Hello, everyone, and welcome to ZSR. Today we have another Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 5 Standard Tournament Losers Bracket Round 2 match here between Kevin18 and YUSoEpic. I'm Sauron. With me on comms is Tobias. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to this match. As far as I know, this one is for staying in the tournament, right? I think
Correct, as a losers match.
Yeah, one of our participants unfortunately will reach the end of the road today, but that means both of them will give it their all, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yep. We've got ourselves two longtime runners of OoTR, Kevin returning from last season, looking to perhaps improve on his record from last season of, I think it was Owen. Let me double check before I sound like a goof. Okay, he went 0-2. He went 1-2, I think, last season, hoping to improve his record this season. And see how hopefully he can maybe continue, or otherwise maybe he won't. We'll find out. So I've seen him a lot around the co-op tournaments and elsewhere, but I think this is the first time he's in one of the. This is his first time in the top tournament. They have raced against each other directly twice. The most recent time was just yesterday, actually.
Oh.
Or not yesterday, 2 days ago, just Friday. Kevin took that one. But this should be interesting. 26th seed versus 20th seed, so pretty close matchup just from that. Yeah, should be an interesting one. And I'm gonna switch over to the race scene before they actually get going.
They should be going any second now, I think.
Yep.
So what do we have? We see an adult start. We're starting with a Shadow Medallion, and we have Prelude to start.
Yep. Okay, it looks like I managed to get the scene swap just in time. Also, I love spawning on Impo's roof.
That is a rare spawn point. Okay.
Yep. Is Kevin's cropping way off? I'll get that in a moment once I do another thing. Yep, Impo's roof. It's the owl spawn from Vanilla, and that is a valid spawn point.
For child, normally, but turns out adult can spawn there too. Thanks, Rando.
Yep.
So far, we have. Oh, here's the first hint. Bigger on crafts. I think that was Deku Nuts, so nothing.
Okay, that's good, because I was fixing cropping and completely missed that hint.
Yeah, so BGS is nothing today.
Nope, no need for the trade quest item. Don't ask about Kevin's stream layout. I'm just trying to crop it. The cropper's being stupid. There we go.
Don't worry, chat. We'll have it in a moment.
This is actually a cemetery seed. Cemetery begged baseball to let them roll it, so this is a cemetery seed. Fortunately, Cemetery's not feeling too well, so has gone off to bed, so I've took over as receiver instead. But baseball's a race monitor. And her tracker.
Along with Ginger Sonny.
Yep, we got a bit of the Silver Gauntlets invasion here. Most of our crew is coming over from that side of things. Also, big shoutouts to our runners, Kevin and Yuso, to my co-com Tobias, and to our trackers, Baseball and Ginger.
And shoutouts to you, chat, for being here. Thank you very much. And Star, obviously, as well, for pulling double duty as commentator and race mod, as she already alluded to. This is a seed where Triss would not get punished.
No.
Triss, one of our other runners in this community, pretty well known for two things: rushing Ice Cavern and not doing Dampe Race.
Yep. I by the way entirely missed the graveyard boxes, but I assume someone would have pointed it out if there was anything interesting in it. Requiem was in the windmill, and that's also about the only thing of any interesting sound so far.
Well, bit of a slow start, a few slower checks that our runners are doing in the beginning. as well as just some checks that had nothing. But I'm sure the seed will pick up steam soon enough.
Eventually, we'll see how long it takes. Which reminds me, I forgot to get a prediction going. Doing that.
Oh yeah, chat, get your guesses in there. Tell us who you think is going to do well this seed, who's going to win. Bit of a difference of choice here. Kevin is picking up some small chests. Whereas I think Yuso skipped that small chest in the grotto earlier. Turns out it was nothing, but who knows? Who knows that beforehand?
Alright, Requiem time.
Bit of a divergence we see. Well, divergence. I mean, Kevin is doing a few more Kakariko checks, whereas Yuso is off to the desert to check out what is on the Colossus song. Maybe there's a song. We can get a song chain going.
Maybe. I did not see what size chest was on the right hand there. It's peekable, but I'm terrible at seeing it. Let's get some storms here. Storms and Requiem switching places today.
Interesting. Let's see what the hint has for us. And that.
What is that on the arch? I can't tell if that's a Deku shield, some nuts, or a pair of boots, as we find out.
Bottom of the well, path to Queen Goma. Okay. So, remember, chat, bottom of the well comes in two modes, two setups, basically. It's either Bait of the Well or Well of the Hero, and today we get the second one. Shadow Temple, Water Temple, Deku, Jabu, Forest.
And, apparently that's a hookshot on the arch, according to chat. What?
Yeah, looked like that to me, but I wasn't quite sure. So, well then.
We're in for fun, considering water is our forest medallion.
Well, Kokiri's sword could be in bottom of the well, or something that leads us there, so we'll see what item we pull. A few streams ago, I remember being utterly convinced that something, that we had a path item in Lake that could only be bow, and it ended up being Dins. It was Path to Phantom Ganon, so okay, that was the well repeat, Water Temple Foolish, and the 50 skull hint, I think that was, or a skull hint that 40. I missed. 40, thank you. Okay, yeah, Bolero at Prelude, so that means it's not that much of a difficulty finding that, or with Water Temple being a forest medallion.
Well, water is foolish.
Also true, kind of a problem.
Which is somewhat concerning. We already have access to that. We are already a scalar bombs away from getting access to that hookshot on the arch. But oftentimes when you get a dungeon foolish, it can, and less often with water since there's just not many checks in it to begin with, but oftentimes a foolish dungeon is because it's just the last dungeon in logic in the game. And then that gets you wondering why it's the last dungeon logically, as you find out the last chest of ice cavern is useless.
We'll see if we need to do Ice Cavern today. But yeah, Water Temple being foolish is worrying. With that hookshot sitting somewhere pretty up there, and well, I mean, let's say this: bombs or a scale are doable requirements to get to that hookshot.
Oh, those are all. You're especially bombs tend to turn up pretty early to see. They don't always, but they usually turn up in the first half hour-ish.
Mm-hmm. And even if they don't, our runners have an incentive to go out of logic slightly if they do end up finding some bomb chews.
Oh, I would absolutely sequence break with bomb chews to get some beans for your first hookshot on the arch.
Oh, very much.
It's too powerful an item to not sequence break your way there. Hound chickens, more nothing. This seat's been boring for that.
Kind of not much going on, yeah, but we'll see. There's still lots of potential for this seed to become interesting, or to become spicy, I should say. I mean, the dungeon layout isn't the easiest thing to have.
No, this dungeon layout's kind of mean.
It's a bunch of pretty long dungeons, and that's Minuet. Logical access to the Sacred Forest Meadow as an adult.
You would be correct, Hack. Spice is in fact actually German.
But I am trying my best, Haag, to not let the German accent shine through. Because if I don't do that, I can sound very different.
We were actually having a conversation about languages just before the stream started, since between the two of us we speak 4 different languages.
Could be worse. Oh hey, Serenade.
Oh, alright, I guess. Pierre's a key.
Pierre's a key, yeah. Not great, not terrible. We might need that, we might not, depending on key layout in Fire.
Yeah. No clue on OT yet, we might see it here. I'm going to wait to comment until we see more hints. Colossus is Captain Bongo for that hookshot if I had to.
Yeah, I would assume. 50 is dead.
50? Okay.
That was definitely 50 is a huge rupee. So...
Right. Could also be Storm's path to Bongo.
We'll see. Froxensaurus Riverhead. What?
I did not catch it. Dead, thank you.
Thanks, PXR.
And OT is Nocturne.
Welcome to an all dungeon seat, everyone. We'll be here a while. I hope you've got some water and some snacks with you.
Yep, because we're going nowhere fast. Oh boy. Thanks, Cemetery.
Good job on rolling that seed, Cemetery. Hey, Mido has something. What do we get? A scale. Okay.
Hey,
that's our access to a river and a hookshot.
That's actually a fantastic find.
Very much.
Yeah, I drank one. It's really cold outside to where I am. It's currently about 11 Fahrenheit or negative 11 Celsius. So, well, okay, it was that earlier. It's a little bit warmer now, 20 Fahrenheit, so something like a negative 5 Celsius. So, still not great. So I made myself a huge cup of hot chocolate this morning, and also ate a pretty good sized brownie. So now I'm cozy.
I think that is a Sunday. Oh, that is good Sunday food, I should say.
And hey, thanks for the sub, CranksRR, which reminds me, we now have a set of randomized six randomized commands from ZSR bot for subs. This one you got. Your support means the world. Thank you. I don't know what broke with the path command. Oh, I might have gotten.
You in fact know 2 paths.
Oh, I see. Yes. No, I can't read the hint commands. That's what happened. Fixing.
So we now have logical river access. That means we have logical access to our hookshot. Puts quite a few things in logic, actually.
That puts a bunch of stuff in logic, yeah. Among other things, we can get into the Dora Forest Temple.
Haunted Wasteland.
Really?
Song of Oh, wait, great game! Thank you so much for that hint.
Really?
I was wondering what that song on the Colossus was.
Really helpful. Brilliant. It does tell us that Storms is not the path to Bongo, for what that's worth. Not much. Considering the hookshot's probably path anyhows.
It's a pretty easily resolvable path if that's the case, yeah. I mean, we could find something else in Desert Colossus. We could also find something else in the well. Or any other Stormslot check.
Oh yeah, but storms can't be the direct path because it was separately hinted still. And hey, we have a hype train in chat. Choo choo! Oh, I didn't get my hot chocolate from Dunkin' Donuts. I paid a visit to a specialty chocolate store here, where I am, and got a bag of really fancy hot chocolate. It cost me about 30 USD, so not the cheapest, but it was well worth the money. Also,
hey, it's a treat for special occasions.
Yes, it is. Had some last week during a during a blizzard, so you know, thought it was worth it.
The best thing. Go ahead.
I also picked up from the same story box of chocolates, about 20 chocolates, Lunar New Year's themed, so they had some interesting flavors. Like I tried out a couple sesame ones. I believe there's a mandarin orange one in there. There's some other various ones. It looks pretty tasty. I've tried out a couple of the sesame ones so far. They're really good. Much better quality than your average American chocolate, which, I'll be honest, is not great.
I was gonna say that's not that high of a bar to clear, but you know, on the other hand, I am spoiled as a European. We are close enough to Switzerland and Belgium to get all the good chocolate. Bigeron's still dead. Both of our runners choosing to go towards the Zora area.
There's the other copy of the AD hint. Oh, someone in chat's allergic to dairy, among other food allergies. Yeah, that would put a bit of a damper on chocolate, I think.
Well, that sucks. I'm sorry.
It would. I also put some lunch in the warmer for later, since we're clearly going nowhere fast today.
Yeah, this will take a while. On the other hand, it's not that bad. We know it's all dungeons early on, and also very unambiguously. So this can still be a fast seed, because our runners don't need to dither around and worry about, oh, should I commit to all dungeons? Yes, you absolutely should.
And oh my goodness, thank you, the Ultimate Bronze Noob, for gifting a 10-pack of subs.
Oh, wow! That hype train is going somewhere fast, let me tell ya.
Yes, it is. We're at level 4 and it's still going.
Let's see what Frox in the Rain has.
It's AD for Nocturne, sorry. It's not for Storms, he was just playing it to get a Hylian shield. And hey,
never buy a shield wins today.
Oh hey, Bobble on forward typing. Does the ZSR hype train take the spirit checks? I would assume so.
I mean, that would only be appropriate. Right, that's the Zora's domain cleared for Kevin. Meanwhile, Yuso... Oh. Did I say Fortress Foolish? Okay.
Yep, that was Fortress Foolish. Alright, that's a good hint. The Kona song is completely AWOL, and you never know if stuff's gonna be there.
Well, it's not gonna be on horseback archery today, that's for sure.
So the copy of the Pierre hint, and let's see what Child Spawn is, because you haven't seen that yet.
I was gonna say, we're seeing our first safe warp.
YUSo
the great thing
not go up to domain, so he will not be getting the bobble for now. And okay.
Lake Lab, okay.
Meme spawns today, apparently.
I mean, the game has given us Serenade early, and of course, Child Spawn, where Serenade would be somewhat useful, is at the lake.
game has a sense of humor. Lake Lamp and Impa's Roof are our response. Brilliant. Maybe he will get to know me now with that. Let's chat notes.
Well, other option is to route this into Open Grotto and then into Valley. Basically.
They both do need to pass time of day because it is nighttime. They don't need me to because they have a prelude, actually, never mind, but that would be good ritual time. It's AD, Pepperoni.
Yeah, all dungeons would be the interesting part here. We are 18 minutes in and we know that though, so it's not that bad. It's much worse when you find out it's all dungeons for items or for a song that gives you exactly one item about 2 hours and 30 minutes into the seed, and whoops, you're going another 1.5 hours now.
Shoutouts, yeah, we have no items right now. That's another reset from YUSo. Not sure why it's reset again, but okay. Not sure how if that saves any time.
I think his console just reset entirely. Oh.
That might then.
That wasn't just a VC reset.
Okay, I was... Yeah, because I looked unusual. It didn't really make sense for him to save quit then. Hopefully it's not in... Didn't lose any progress, because he did save just recently.
Spawns in the lake lab. I think worst thing... worst case, you might have to reset Pierre, I'm not sure. But first we get another hint. DC to Phantom Ganon.
Then DC Path to Phantom Ganon. Brilliant. Not like we did already need to do AD anyway or anything. Sure.
Why not at this point? We're doing all dungeons anyway. Yeah, and to be honest, this is a good hint. It's good info that you probably find a bow or... Well, not a hookshot. We already have a hookshot available to us. But a strength upgrade could be in there still.
Yep.
So... Or anything leading there. Which would also be good info.
Shadow Daycat here for YUSo.
And thank you everyone who contributed to the hype train.
Oh yeah, by the way, chat, we are apparently one sub of our sub goal, which is labeled Payday for Cubs. Apparently, Tress is buying Cubs some baseball tickets, if memory serves.
Yeah, I mean, Dante, it's AD anyway. We have Nocturne on OT, so we're seeing all dungeons today. The real question is this a world tour as well? Are we seeing the side dungeons, all of them as well? That would be a fitting commentary debut, I think. And we are seeing chickens on Restream. Thank you very much for that opportunity, YUSo.
But yes, Cubs Rule 21, one of the CSR staff, race mods and has a variety of other roles like Blitz Tournament Organizer and a whole bunch of other things I don't have memorized. Cubs is in fact a huge fan of the Chicago Cubs.
With such a name? Impossible, I couldn't have imagined. In any case, yeah. If you're wondering whether Cubs is involved in something on this channel, the answer is most likely yes.
Yep,
and a bunch of other communities as well. So,
yep.
Cubs is awesome. That's all I have to say about that.
And someone also summoned Trez since that sub goal is now met. And that's a slingshot on check-ins.
Didn't we have a CAC path to somewhere?
We did not.
No, we had a well path to Goma Hint. But that tells us definitely, very definitely, that Kokiri Sword or something leading there is in well. Because that slingshot is Spear 0.
Trez. Hi, Trez.
Hello, Trez.
Just saying, here I am, floating around my tin can.
I am not going to give in to the temptation to imitate David Bowie now, because I would just not do the song justice. Also, you know, DMCA.
I don't even know preference, so I can't. But yeah, get your Flame Trez events in chat. Time to our Flame Payday for Cubs, and hey Trez, can you hop in at VC since you got summoned? Also, apparently it's Trez's birthday. Hello there.
Happy birthday.
Here I am, floating around in my tin can. Good day. Also, no, it's not my birthday.
Okay, because that's what I was saying. That doesn't get. Sorry, it's not got been yet. But yes, hi Trez, how's it going?
I just heard I have to pay cups.
Yes, because the sub goal just got met. We hit a pretty good sized.
Sorry, folks, I have to ask: are you all stupid?
I mean,
why would I do that? No. Matt, thank you all so much for your support. I'm gonna talk to Cubs, and then I'm just gonna buy him tickets to a good baseball team's game.
So not the. I'm not going there.
For context, chat, the Cubs are, well, they're not known for the greatest record in history, I'll say that much. We're saying ground control to Major Trez, ground control to Major Trez, can you read us, Major Trez?
Your circuit's dead, there's something wrong.
And, no, Trez is, it is apparently not Trez's birthday. It is, however, Foster's son's birthday. Happy birthday to him! And yes, Child Spirit is in Logic. By the way, Trez, this is AD.
Oops.
Not oops. I mean...
Bye, Trez.
Bye, Trez immediately disappears. Not oops AD, just hard AD for Nocturne.
Yep. Oops and poof, in that order. My Trez says again, hey, there's the Kokiri sword. Thanks for the hint, game. Really
handily fulfills our path to Goma hint in well. And it's just a dungeon for our runners to do as well.
Yep, while we were chatting with Trez, did you catch where the keys are? Because, we don't have bombs or ZL. I'm wondering how much is that Kokiri sword is locked behind.
I think one of the keys was in the basement, and one of the keys was definitely in one of the accessible chests upstairs, but the third one I didn't see.
Okay, so, because I'm wondering if that's also ZL locked as well as bomb locked. But likely, chess. I would think we probably have a ZL locked third key, which is fun. Just a note for logic purposes, what that might be locked behind. Hey Diesler, evening, welcome into It's AD for Nocturne. They've done that for at least 15 minutes by now, I think, so it's not surprising. We also just had a bit of a meme fest with Trez. So it's new.
Yeah, no hard required slingshot this seed. Target in the woods was nothing.
Yep.
But good thinking, and I think a good routing decision from Yuso here to check that before going into Deku Tree.
Pot Sanity, we had that for the Freaky Friday just a couple days ago. That was restreamed on ZSR2 if you want to check it out. We had fun. Fortress
Gerudo
is still
Fortress
foolish.
still foolish? Exactly. Yeah, I still need to catch the VOD of this.
It was a glorious mess.
Excellent! That is what I wanted to hear.
Also, speaking of said thing, hey, Real Robin Chat is the creator of those settings. And Lake Hylia is foolish. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Really could have used that earlier.
Excellent to know, as Kevin, I think, is just picking up the last check in Lake Hylia he can do without a gold scale.
Or, you know, no.
Fair.
Well, he can't, or at least peek shoot the sun, that is, but yeah. No. Dungeons are... Oh yeah, entire Lake Area Solution, including dungeon in this case, because yes, Water Temple was separately hinted foolish. As a note, dungeons are always separate from their overworld areas for purposes of Wave Hero and Foolish.
Well, great from the game with those settings to give us Serenade early.
Right? Serenade earlier and a Child Spawn in Lake Lab. Absolutely fantastic.
You gotta love it!
Yep. I mean, Open Grotto makes sense here from Kevin. That's Bomb Chews and Deku. That's a good find.
And a big chest. There's Iron Boots. That gets us in the door in Water Temple.
Not that we want to, considering it's foolish. Deku is Pathomorpha. Gee, thanks! I wonder what for.
I mean, at least we didn't have... I mean, I'm not gonna curse the seed by saying the words, but logic seems pretty straightforward so far.
So far is the key word.
So far.
But yes, those Iron Boots just might be Pathomorpha. You kinda need those to get into the door, logically. Why did Kevin skip the well? Probably hoping for explosives or ZL to make it a little less sucky, but he's probably going there now.
Yuzo not quite getting that skull on the way down.
Yep. It has the slingshot though, so no worries. Yeah, Kevin was also just getting the hook shot. Sorry, we kind of were not discussing the routing choices at the time due to, Trez. Which, well, Trez. No, Tamarin, it can. It just requires that the boss key be in the map or compass chests. ZL can be left behind water. I rolled a co-op season 1 tournament seed where both teams, as we find a bomb bag on Richard, that's a good find.
That's
where,
big.
co-op season 1 I rolled a seed, where both teams, near hard last location in logic, Mirror Shield and ZL Stone Water, which locked ZL and Nocturne to beat the game. They were not amused with me. You know it's bad when Stone ZL-less water is the most checked on location left in the game. Because your other checks are chickens, 20 skulls, and skull mask. I'm not even sure there were three remaining checks out of chickens, 20 skulls, and skull mask. I think I knew 20 skulls and skull mask were left, and maybe chickens. I keep forgetting which of the 3 was a maybe, because I couldn't remember. But yeah, their options sucked.
Well...
And I don't blame them for her last locationing ZL Stone Water, but, well, it was bad.
Who would get that idea? Like, who would get the idea to go into Water Temple without ZL? I would.
ZL's your go mode, basically.
Alright,
They
that's...
were not happy. It took 3 hours. And change.
That's Deku Tree done for Yuso, and it looks like we're seeing Child Spirit Temple at this point.
Yep, gonna see bowling on Kevin's side.
Does the bowling lady have anything useful?
We'll find out. Market's not foolish, at least. Oh, that's a hot piece. Yeah, this is a beam plant into Child Spirit for Yuso. Probably, yep. And...
Bow!
Ooh,
Ling.
that's a good... What is Path to Phantom Gated in DC then? Hoverboats?
Strength?
Oh, strength.
At this point, it can only be a strength.
Hoverboots can
Or
have
something that
key
leads there,
placements.
yeah.
Well, hoverboots can be it if the key placements are stupid. Since if you're allowed to go credit to the Floor Master for a key.
Oh yeah. But that would be particularly stupid key placement, let's put it that way.
The Colossus hands are part of Spirit Temple. As per a vote, it used to be part of Spirit, but it's changed to be part of... it used to be part of Colossus, but now it's part of Spirit, because people felt like it was more... it was less confusing that way.
Ooh.
Okay, part of
Child Side Spirit definitely hard required. We kinda need the boss key.
Yep.
And Kokiri's sword is in the bottom of the well.
Yep. I'm surprised Kevin's still not going there, actually.
Probably has Oakshot on his mind.
Probably, honestly. Gonna go DC into Forest, I guess, assuming it's his rank in DC, which is a fair assumption.
Mm-hmm.
And yes. Where is Zeal? That was an actual question at this point.
Well, we have plenty of horrible locations left. How about ZL in Ice Cavern? I'd be up for it.
We don't have the spawns for it.
Oh, right.
I need it to let it in the door, logically. Likely in the crater, Burden Cack would be a hilariously bad scenario. Can't we compose our grave? We know it's not AD. And it's gonna be either Crater or Burning Cack for ZL. We know that Prelude is behind Bolero. That was hinted.
I'm going to assume Kevin is going to play this into Dodongo's Cavern via adult Goron City checks, now that he has a bomb back.
Elfman, unless you turn on no logic, the randomizer will always make sure that you can beat the game, outside of you testing some rare new experimental settings, which can glitch. But it is not possible to get permanently stuck unless you're playing a new experimental setting, because the randomizer has very, very robust logic. It assumes you're a moron with using your items and keys and everything.
In fact, the randomizer will tell you, based on this logic, that if you were to place every single item in this game in its vanilla location, you are creating a seed that has softlock potential.
Yep. Because you could use your keys, because of Spirit Key logic in particular, completely breaks the vanilla placements.
Mm-hmm.
We get a ton of fake bug reports because people miss something and then assume that it's unbeatable. Please stop. It's not. There's just a lot of village quirks. You learned a lot about Randomizer. I remember telling somebody that the soil patch skulls? You know soil patch skulls, Tobias?
Soil patch skulls, yeah, sure.
I remember once having to tell someone that those existed because they didn't know that. They were playing, I think this was one of their first ever seeds, it was Skull Sanity, and their first ocarina was on the Lost Woods Bridge soil skull.
Oh! That's mean, though. That being said, yeah, these things... it has the potential for these things to just never come up in if you play the game vanilla or if you play it casually as a child. You probably don't think of releasing bugs. Sorry, I can speak today. You probably don't think of releasing bugs near these soil patches, so to make Skulltulas come out.
Yep.
So
yeah, that blew their mind. They're like, wait, that exists? I never knew that. And London Wrench path to what?
Something blue. I think it was Baronade.
I think it was Baronade, which makes sense because we hadn't gotten one yet. What did we get there?
We got a song there, not much else.
Mallet, I think, was... Yeah, Mallet.
Yeah.
Minuet.
Okay. Well, Saria's song is on Sacred Forest Meadows, so that tells us Minuet is the logical access to Forest Temple, so something we need to beat the Jabu Jabu dungeon is in Forest Temple, most likely.
Yep. Or otherwise Saria's song locked.
Oh yeah, also possible. So could also be on the Runia's Dance, for example,
yeah.
or with the Skull Kit in Lost Woods.
Unfortunately, Yuso mistiming the bean, so I have to ride it all the way around again.
Happens to the best of them.
Yeah, but I've heard, like, the thing too is, like, even if you complain that it might not be intuitive, some things in Randomizer, to be fair, aren't the most intuitive, but some, what you might think is unintended is actually intended, is what other people think is intended. So I see this debate as we get Zeal in the crater. Apologies for the sirens, I live next door to a fire station.
Kind of unavoidable.
Yeah, I paused for a minute there. I was gonna say something and waited because the sirens I think were a little bit too for a moment. But yes, I live right next door to a fire station. Sirens are the norm. We actually, yesterday in fact, I came home from dinner. I went out for dinner, came home, and found there were like 15 or 20 emergency vehicles going down the road because there was a major fire nearby. So there were like 15 or 20 police cars, ambulances, and a load of fire trucks going past. That was a surprise and a half.
Well, I hope no one got hurt in that one.
No one was killed, no, but there were some 350,000 US dollars in damages.
Sizable.
Yeah, not great. But yes, I am fairly used to sirens. 20 emergency vehicles going by in half an hour was a bit more than the usual, so I did ask what happened there.
Yuso
has a hook shot. It just needs to be marked. There we go. No worries to our trackers. Now I lost my train of thought as to what I was originally going to say before the sirens disrupted my train of thought. As we see, Skullmask is dead.
We were probably talking about that hint of London Ranch being passed to Baronade.
Yeah.
So, something we can assume is that either Rudo's Ladder or Boomerang or something that leads us there is either in Forest Temple or in Asaria's log check.
Yep, and correct, chest sizes do match contents. I was talking about like what people think is intended from the original game can vary. So, like, for example, I have seen several people who... I know there are people who didn't realize that the owl dropped you off on Impa's roof, and so used the chicken to get on top of the, to get to the Impa cow ledge.
Frog's still dead.
Yep, so that's what, you can also just clip through the bottom of the ledge because it's one-way collision, though that's clearly not intended. But that's one example. Some other examples of intended methods of getting places. I know of there's a frequent discussion. It comes up every now and then as to what your intended method of actually crossing the Gerudo Valley Bridge is as adults. Some people think it's Epona, some people think it's Longshot. some people only ever found one method and didn't know the other existed. And actually, the same thing goes for the Wasteland hover boots versus Longshot. So, what the developers originally intended is not obvious as they get the economy of the Colossus path.
So Longshot is specifically path to Bongo.
Oh yeah, where was Longshot? Because I managed to completely miss it.
Goron City Maze. Kevin just
Lovely.
picked that up. And a mirror shield atop Donongo's Cavern. That's kind of convenient, we do need that.
Yeah, but yeah, that Longshot is not hookshot locked, so it's Longshot specifically path to Bongo with Foolish Water and Foolish Lake.
That's a head scratcher. I'm thinking Epona's song is somewhere deep this seed.
That or Colossus Fairy exists, as we see the other. Gee, thank you! DC Path to Phantom Ganon in DC!
That's actually a convenient placement for that hint.
It would be if they hadn't already gotten it.
Fair.
Yeah, Colossus Fairy is looking like a real possibility. Storms is separately hinted, so it is not the path. Longshot's questionable with Foolish Lake and Foolish Water. And, well, hi, there's a string. Figures.
Okay, well, that handily fulfills our path to Phantom Ganon.
Yep. And yes, their idle spawn is literally on Impa's roof. The game decided to meme.
Kevin can now completely clear Forest Temple.
That's probably where he's going right after this, in fact. Don't really see a reason not to.
Sure. If you have progression available to you, do it.
Yep. Yeah, it does mean that the other two strengths are strength locked, but that doesn't tell us much of anything either. Yeah, all of our paths are pretty much resolved, which is, yeah, not super helpful.
Not super great considering how far we are into the seed, to be honest.
Yeah, we're only 44 minutes in, and we have all of our path hints probably resolved beyond the Colossus Fairy, though we can get that soon because we have Zelda explosives. Or rather, Kevin has explosives. Yuso did not get those off Richard yet, but he does have some shoes. Getting the Stair Skull, I mean, I guess why not? Here, you're right there with Longshot.
Also known as Worst Skull, and yeah, you don't normally see people getting that because yeah, without Longshot, that's a pretty big pain to get to.
Yep, I remember in co-op season 1, I think it was ATZ and Juke's first match. I forget against who. Their first hookshot was on that skull. You had to go all the way. You had to go up there as adult, raise a staircase, and come back as child to go all the way around to the boomerang to pick it up. Not a good time.
No.
And then to note too that we haven't seen a 30 hit. Where was the third fire? Was the third Spirit Temple key fire locked? By the way, I didn't quite catch where it was. Chess said they found 3.
I don't recall. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But hey, chat, if you remember, do tell us.
Okay, sunblock, thank you. Yeah, plenty to keep track of. But yeah, co-op and that Skull Sanity ended up having some interesting moments. This will forever remain one of my favorite clips of all time. Chimp is never living this one down.
I mean, who rolled that seed again? Who's never living that one down?
Hi.
Exactly.
That was one of my earliest seeds. That is my usual response if people ask whether if I have my seeds always sucked. The answer, yes. Song of Time was on AD. There was a boss key on the Spirit Song of Time skull. Cue some very colorful and very British cursing.
I mean, Chimp is known to turn on his microphone when the seed is particularly mean.
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin probably hoping for a heart piece or something here. Not getting one.
King Nadonga is not the worst of bosses to do on one heart, but yeah.
Nah. That's totally doable. And Yuso, following Kevin into Dodongo's Cavern without the explosives, well, has bomb chews, but not that many.
Yeah, there's a strength here, so he can still finish it. 10 chews is enough. Gonna have to use 2 on the eyes and 1 on the floor above King Dongo, but then can use the strength to kill him.
Or if he wants to show up, or show off, chew strats, but that will waste some bomb chews.
I don't think we're seeing that.
We did see that just yesterday on the Silver Gauntlets. Not gonna spoil anything else about that. Alright, that's the Dodongo's Cavern done for Kevin. As we said before, I imagine next stop for him is going to be Forest Temple.
I imagine so, yeah.
But first, cleaning up some Kakariko checks. Yuso making sure they're not wasting any chews here. There are several setups for this trick. Basically comes down to what the runner is most comfortable with. Oh! As I said, they didn't want to waste any chews, so... resetting. Well, let's see if the shooting gallery in Kakariko has anything for us.
Bombs are on Rich, as you see nothing.
There we go, that went better. Time to see what song we have in the Royal Family Tomb.
Okay, there's a bonus song, so... Long shot.
That makes me wonder what we need Longshot for. Or whether there's something on Colossus Ferry. Like hover boots, for example. Or Dins, or magic.
Water is a forest medallion, but it's foolish, and Prelude is Bolero. Our remaining 2 songs are Stun Song and Song of Time for Burning Cack. Yeah, Stun Song and Song of Time. So, yeah, let's have some bosses. Now, Found Song is in the Royal Family Tomb, and Longshot might be the path, but currently it doesn't lock anything obvious. Water is foolish, Lake Hylia is foolish. And it's not for GTG access without opponents showing up. might be for spirit. I know you still looked to the right hand, but I did not see the chest size there, so I have no idea what it is.
Oh yeah, it could just be for special for spirit key logic.
It could.
As bad as that is.
I just don't know if it is.
Could also be for something... no, it can't be for something on Shoot the Sun, because Lake is foolish. Huh. Bit of a head-scratcher, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume it wasn't a big chest on right hand, at least, because Yuso didn't go for it, but I have no idea what type of small chest it was up there. Okay, I might have Sun Song or Song of Time for things, yeah, but, Song of Time would be for particular GTG key logic. Sun Song is, well, Sun Song. Or it could be the Colossus here, which we do have access to with the Ellen Bombs. There's didn't. Okay. Alright, we saw that earlier, just forgot about it.
Well, could be for Sunsong on Burning Keg for the one check that Sunsong locks in Sunsong Grave. That would just be particularly horrible.
And also as a note, since someone in chat commented on it, Forest Temple can't be long shot locked in these settings. It can be under specific other circumstances, particularly Dungeon Key Sanity can get a little bit stupid, but here we don't have that issue.
I mean, yeah, sure, if Morpha has one of your Forest small keys, then sure, Forest can be long shot locked.
Or Dungeon Skull Sanity as well. I remember a co-op Season 1 scene where your first bomb bag was the Floormaster Skull. And that was long shot locked due to the way things went.
Interesting. So, Yuso either saw the big chest in Goron City Maze and decided not to go for it immediately until they find the bomb bag, or they misidentified that chest, which would be bad.
I assume waiting for it, because it does take 3 chews to get back there. And, I have to save Stem, yeah.
That's our Song of Storms second hint. Ooh, Floormaster has a big chest. Silver gauntlets!
Alright. Yeah, that is strength hack, so that explains a thing or two, but yeah, not too surprising.
Yeah, Forest can have progression items. It is legal. It's just rare.
And yes, that can in fact be the path to Baronade behind Minuet. Because Minuet has to like Saria Song or something in Forest.
Yeah, it's just path to Baronade. Okay, yeah. If something you need for water for Jabu would be in something like behind the push block in GTG or in Spirit Temple adult side. That's a bit worrisome.
A little. I mean, at least we know what we have to do for it.
We know we have to do all the dungeons.
Indeed.
And I mean, at this point, we have all the tools for Spirit as well. Kevin is probably gonna go there next, I would assume. Has a mirror shield, has a long shot, has silver gauntlets. Has the means to get there.
I mean, nothing's long shot lock right now is our problem. I really want to see what Colossus Fairy has. Which reminds me that our hammer is completely unhinted. Fire is a stone, but we need it, and there's no sign of the thing. A little concerned. Yeah, long shot path is for Shadow, mini-up path is for Jabu. I mean, thing is too, like Shadow, we have Dins, we know where Nocturne is, we're missing magic and hovers for that primarily. Song of Time for GTG maybe, but there's not that much it locks. Song of Time would be on it's either Song of Time or Sunsong on Burning Cat. Bolero is on Prelude. Hinted. The other of Sunsong or Song of Time is a nice cavern. Now Yuso's getting back to the maze, this is a long shot for him. Also then strength 2 and force too far.
It's not like he's not gonna do that Richard check at some point, but Yuso really could use a bomb back.
And that's a fair point from Chad, that Floormaster could be accessed with hovers, but if the strength's path to Phantom Cannon, then that means that hovers are strength locked, which really doesn't tell us much anyway. Silent Princess, I can't tell either. It's too early to say. We're only an hour in. It's rare to have an idea of who's ahead an hour into a randomized OoTR race. Which reminds me, shoutouts to our runners here, Kevin and YUSoEpic. You might come to buy us into our trackers, Ginger Sunny and Baseball. If Baseball also doing double duty with race monitoring, and merci beaucoup Arthur Denis et Gogeta aussi pour la version française.
And to my co-commentator Star, who is also pulling double duty as the restreamer here. Is that a vanilla boss key in Forest Temple?
No, that's not the boss key chest.
Wait. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I was just confused for a moment.
Yep. And this is, Yusuf's gonna beat water real quick. I mean, don't blame him. Might as well. You need to do it at some point. You might as well go beat it. Now the items for it, why not? Won't get you anything, but you're here. And it's also can get info on boss key. He has ZL, so he should be able to do much with this. Well, depending on how much exactly, because he doesn't have wave light torches.
Yeah, so if that boss key is in Central Pillar, or if there's an item in Central Pillar, or at that check behind the torches right here, then Yuso would be a bit annoyed by that, but otherwise some good info. That's a boss key chest in the bombable wall.
Alright, he's fine then.
Mm-hmm. Can definitely beat water.
And that's all he needs to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's foolish.
I think that's one of the reasons why you can dins the torches, but he doesn't have a magic meter.
Gesundheit. 20 pack of chews for Yuso. That gives him a lot more leeway and a lot more time until he has to find that. They have to find that bomb back.
He only has a bow from bowling at the moment. This might be an issue. We don't know for sure that the bow is because there might be another bow available somewhere, so we don't know for that matter. It doesn't have to be on logic, just needs to be a bow.
Yep, and there's 3 of them to choose from. For the resident sleepers, by the way, Kevin is almost done with the forest temple, so you can wake back up. Phantom Ganon is the interesting part of this temple.
We do actually do some. You actually do also resume vanilla speedruns. Not as much 100% tournaments, but you do that once in a while. And 100% rando. Well, we see that sometimes if the seed's just exceptionally good.
Those are called world tours.
No, it's called the spend 4.5 hours, hard last location in first hookshot in OGC, second hookshot in Sunsong Grave behind AD.
That is oddly specific, Star.
I saw that once. I still have the clip somewhere of the OGC wave hero hint. Let me go find it. It remains one of the worst seeds I've ever seen. You can blame Jason Arilani for this one. Scrubs Season 1. Group B, Grand Finals Game 1 between Godzilla and Chimo. Godzilla, who is now, I should note, a top 64th player and was in top 32 last year. It took him 4 hours and I think 23 minutes to beat that seed.
Jeez.
To be fair, he was newer to the game then, but you know, now a top 32 runner, it's pretty bad as he get a bomb bag off Phantom Ganon. Oh no. Yeah, OGC was Wave the Hero. You had to get 30 Skulls Hover Boots to get CL out of the crater to get your first hookshot off OGC that seed. Strike 3 was fine. Strike 3 was fine. Those were all really early. I think one of them was even on 10 Skulls. It wasn't CL that was a problem. This was Scrubs, by the way, where 40 and 50 are turned off, and 30 had your hover boots locking both hook shots. The runners were really, really bad about it. I was tracking Chimo on that disaster. I was still pretty new to random at the time. It stuck with me ever since.
I mean, that's how you get the inspiration to become a race monitor to start rolling those terrible seeds yourself.
Yep. They were not happy. There was also some really fun hints. I think Dins was on Pierre, Mirror Shield of the Wasteland, some other claim check on Frogs too, I think. Some really odds and really stupid odds and ends. It was a really, really bad seed. There was a good reason why it took 4.5 hours.
Indeed. And there's a 7-year high five from the lake. Yuso just done with Water Temple. Kevin probably on the way to hand in the Keaton mask.
I assume so, yeah. And yeah, the commentator's reaction to OGC Away with the Hero that clip is just great.
Oh. Time for chicken.
Chickens.
Kakariko fried kakus. Get yours right here.
Yeah, I remember the details of that particularly bad scrub seed just because it was so bad that it's stuck with me ever since. Yeah, it takes a special kind of seed for it to stick with me long term, and that was one of those special seeds. Yeah, that'll get him to Child Spirit, though he has to choose anyway to get in there, so it's not the worst. All top 64 runners, and I'm pretty sure all Challenge Cup runners know how to do that Child Spirit with choose. One of those things you tend to pick up pretty early.
But I think we're seeing well. Now that we have explosives. Again.
Yeah. Yeah, the issue is our only bow is bomb locked for YUSo, and we don't know what the others are. We know one bomb X on Phantom again, which is bow locked, and that's not helping anything.
There's Bolero for YUSo.
Yep, and yeah, Zelda, the game had a sense of humor with their spawns. Adult spawn is on top of Impa's house, Child spawns in the Lake Lab. And naturally, Lake is foolish, because why wouldn't it be?
And of course, Water Temple is foolish too, but that's besides the point.
Not entirely, considering that our Colossus is past the Bongo, and the other thing there right now is a long shot, which locks approximately nothing that we can tell.
Oh, big chest down there under the water. YUSo had to orphan that earlier.
Yep, YUSo was in here without CL or bombs.
Three, two, one. A bottle! I mean, you know what I need to do now.
Mostly resolved our paths, yes, and the issue is our Bongo... Colossus' path to Bongo. Storms was there, but was separately hinted, so that cannot be the path item directly. We have not seen Colossus Fairy, and then there's a long shot. The problem with long shot is, water is foolish. Lake Hylia is foolish. We have a Pona song for GTG access, we aren't actually sure if Spirit's long shot locked, and... the song on Bird and Cat is either Sun Song or Song of Time, neither of which is exactly an obvious candidate for path.
I think we're about to see Colossus Fairy though, yep. YUSo is pointed straight at it.
Yep.
So this will resolve that mystery.
We'll confirm if it's long shot or if it might be whatever this is. Fabrice Vanilla, c'est possible, okay. Not sure why the brain decided to go to French, it's certainly not that slingshot. Yay.
Well, it's something on Longshot then. I'm gonna say Spirit is Longshot locked at this point.
It's not Storm's ZXR, Storm's is separately hinted. So yeah, it's probably Spirit Longshot locked. Big Chest on Dead Hand has another Oh no, because YUSo didn't have ZL earlier coming in here. That's bad.
That is just mean.
We don't know hovers aren't on Crater. We don't know where hovers are.
So YUSo has ninja dodged 2 bows so far.
2 bows and 2 bomb bags. be fair, Richard's actually pretty hard to route in without Sunsong, which isn't helping anything. First move is Bomb Troop Rolling.
And Kokiri Sword for Kevin, which gives him another dungeon.
Yep.
Oh, did Yuso just... No. Okay.
Our bomb
I
bags
thought they
are...
might have won it out.
Our bomb bags are Richard and Phantom Ganon. Richard is Richard, and Phantom Ganon is, well, bowlocked, so that's a problem. Richard is the dog. Yeah, you can set time of day in Ganon's castle, but Yusu hasn't done that. He'd have time. Skullkid here is a good check for Kevin.
Yep, Saria's song is still in the mix. Being a path item, or item in quotes.
But it's not that heart piece.
Nope. One more check that Saria's song locks, and it looks like Kevin is on the way to clean that up as well.
Makes sense.
Wants to have clarity on that.
Alright, here's the other Saria song mark check.
And it is... nothing! So, Saria's song, conclusively not it. Wait, what? Okay, so it's definitely the strength that we found in Forest Temple then.
Yeah, Strength in Forest is our path to Baronade. Have we seen the later cutscene yet? Well, I'm pretty sure Kevin got it when he went child, so never mind that. Yeah, Strength 2 locks Baronade. Lovely. Not the most immediately helpful of hints. Rudo's letter is also completely missing to note.
Rudo, Boomerang. One of these would be nice! Alright, that's all she wrote for Goron City for 818. I'm assuming he's off to do a Deku Tree for a moment here.
There
Makes
is not.
Very different routing this seed. For a
Very
2
much so. There's all some interesting divergences. Like Yuso's already done water in Deku, but hasn't done forest yet due to the complete lack of bows as he takes it down to his office. Youch.
Welp, F's in chat for that one. The Zelfos are annoying.
Yeah.
Yuzo's like, you know what? I will pick up that heart. And there's
hey, that's really good. That is a bone.
That's a bailout for Yuso.
That's a really good find. Which reminds me I need to start tracking GTG keys. I think there's one in the lobby.
Well, we're about to find out if there's one in the lobby.
Oh, sorry, where was this first one then? Stealthos? I kind of zoned out mildly. There's still a lobby key, so I'm not... And that is in fact 50% on our end as well, yeah. That is a really good find for you. The rolling ones were not exactly the most accessible for him. At least one key on right side.
Alright, that gives Yuso access into Forest Temple to beat that. Not just access, the ability to full clear Forest Temple. Will, if nothing else, find their bomb bag on Phantom Cannon. So that bow has really helped Yuso out here. And kind of put them, I'm not going to say back in the race, but certainly help them to progress here. Well, I wasn't going to say back in the race because I don't think Yuso was ever out of the race, but yeah.
Yeah, that definitely helps him. Yuso didn't do retreat for a bomb bag, which got the first bow on bowling, and that was putting him in a bit of a bad spot due to the placement of the other bomb bags and bows, but now he's fine.
Not a lot of keys so far.
Really not. That's another one on Pierre. I've only counted... Well, I've definitively counted 5 keys. One in Stealth... I think it was one on Stealthos, one in the lobby, there was one on right side, left first. First chest on left side of the maze was one, and then that one up here is a 5th. Dude's got blocking a bunch of these. As Yuso does not have a lot. Yeah, I think he's only found 5. He didn't pick up the right side of the mazes. Yeah. I don't think there's any other keys in the maze that I saw at least, but I'm also incredibly bad at actually looking at the rest of the maze on comms, and when I'm playing, so that's not saying much.
Well, at least there's a big one. We can tell that for sure.
Is Rudo's letter.
Oh, big find for Yuso here.
That has a very good chance of being Strength 2 locked. We only have 4 keys in Logic.
We need 6, I think, to get to that chest?
That one should be 5.
5, okay. That would confirm for us that our Strength 2 was indeed the path to Baronade.
Yeah, but no, that one is Strength 2 locked. I think he was chasing GTG for the path ends is why. And he can't beat Forest, he can't get into Shadow, he doesn't have a hammer for fire or Strength 2 for Spirit. How is he doing beatable dungeons anyhow? Like, from his perspective, GTG was the best play he had.
I mean, now he's probably going to head into Forest.
C-square GTG key logic assumes you use your keys in the worst way possible. That is practically 3 key locked, as you saw there, but it is logically 5 key locked.
Basically, the assumption is that you are the world's worst OOT randomizer player. Hi. And waste all your keys when you have the opportunity to.
Yep. was that Hidden Valley? I missed it.
Read it in Composer's Grave, Epona's song. We
Lovely.
already know that. Thanks, game.
Really needed that hint. Where's our 30 skulls hidden game?
I would really like to know that.
But yeah,
Oh!
lens. Okay.
In the valley, okay.
But yeah, I counted 5 GTG keys. Thalfo's lobby, right side, left first, and Pierre. And, we do not have 5 keys available. Left first is 4 key lock, in fact, so that's not even in logic either. We only have 3 keys in right now without Strength 2 or Song of Time. Twirlet's almost certainly a key as well. That is not an amazing key layout.
No, it is not. But yeah,
to be
that's
fair, there might be another key on right side I didn't quite see, because I'm incredibly bad at peeking. Left third might have been a key as well, but the short version is that is very much a strength. I mean, that's a strength 2 marks letter.
That is the reason, by the way, also why the Spirit Key Logic document, so a Google document describing how key logic in Spirit Temple works, has 7 pages, because the randomizer has to assume that you waste any key you have the opportunity to waste.
Yep.
That document, to be specific. Over on another channel, we have... Yeah, over on another channel, we even have to have that as a bot command. It's a good read, actually.
It's a really good read. The basics aren't too hard to pick up, just remembering which doors are how many key locked, and then you can get into the intricacies if you want to. So like the basics are child side and adult side, the first 4 chests. Those are simplistic enough. You need a ranged weapon for that age, and for adult, strength 2 to get to the door. Those are pretty simple. Child climb is, if you can get in, is 1 key and ranged weapons for both ages locked, pretty much. Because ranged weapons for both ages and 1 key ensures that you can get there as either age, doesn't matter. 1 key, ranged weapon, bombs, and a fire source, a usable fire source gets you the fire lock checks, map and sunblock. Adult climb is 3 key locked, since it assumes you use 2 keys as child before you use the one on adult side. The 2 ZL lock checks in the main room are 3 keys and ZL. 3 keys and ZL lock, the ledge chest is also additionally hovers or hookshot locked so you can get over there. The statue hand you just jump slash over. And then right hand is 5 keys or 3 keys plus long shot, and then anything past the locked door on adult climb is going to be 3 key locked and more, and there's various requirements there.
So to note, 5 keys is all the keys we have in Spirit Temple, which also means if you find a small key on the right hand, that means Spirit Temple is logically longshot locked. The game expects you to have a longshot before you ever are here. Which can come up and is important if you are trying to suss out path hints, like we were just a moment ago.
Yeah, and in fact that is likely the explanation for why Longshot is path to Bongo, because nothing else is pointing to it, at least. It's not Morpha, it's not Shoot the Sun, there's not that many options.
No, Hades, sorry, but there's a document to read up on it if you want to.
We don't know what right hand is. Yuso peeked it, it's not a big chest. I did not catch if it was a regular small chest or a small key chest. And yeah, no, Hades, I'm not repeating myself. You should go read it yourself. I know, Sarah Key Logic gets interesting, and that's only that document does not take into account dungeon shortcuts, dungeon skull sanity, or any one of a couple other things that can really mess with the logic. Then it gets really, really screwy.
This is just for standard, basically, right?
This is for standards, no sanities, spirit, yes. Oh, entrance random will throw a wrench and things as well. Hey, Alpha Mario X, yep, it's 80. We've known it for about an hour and 20 minutes or something by now. It's been quite a while. That was really early.
The game was at least kind enough to give us that hint early.
Yep, unfortunately, we have no idea where that hammer is.
Or, for that matter, what's on 30 skulls? Wait,
No.
could those things be connected?
Related.
Who knows?
I mean, that's possible. Our patents are entirely resolved. We assume Spirit's probably longshot locked. Well, is path to go before the Kokiri sword? Thanks. DC has had to defend again for a strength upgrade. Again, thanks. Deku's path to Morpho for iron boots. Yep, thanks. And Ratchet's path to Baronade for Minuet to get strength 2 for GTG keys to get Ruda's letter in the maze. Also not that bad. Yeah, Brackets have had a lot of AD seeds and a lot of Skull seeds. The Challenge Cup hasn't had much better luck on that front either.
Well, we had a few seats that, let's put it that way, brought us close to 4 hours.
We've had a couple co-op HCC seeds go over 4 hours to buy it.
Not when I was commentating.
Fair, but yes, they have it. There has been a few turned up.
And we are being raided by Tanjo and a group of 14 friends. Welcome in, folks. It's all dungeons. You have plenty of seed left to watch.
Yep. Welcome in, Raiders. Tanjo, one of our Challenge Cup runners, actually. Hope you're doing well. I've got 2 Marios in chat and memeing a bit. Yesterday, one of the seeds was an AD Frags 2 seed, and Frags 2 long shot low.
I'm having flashbacks to the first ever seed I commentated over on DSG. That was in fact all dungeons, 50 skulls, and frogs 2 for Longshot.
Mr. Mario saying in chat, I don't have to specify Alpha Mario versus Mr. Mario because he got 2 Marios. Mr. Mario, you should have seen the time when I commentated an ALTTPR race with a person called Starix. STARX. Hoverboot. The confusion was real between Starix and I. Starix were at least pretty distinct in terms of voice. He's Quebecois and I'm American, and also he, him versus she, her were pretty distinct voice-wise, but it was confusing in chat to have 2 stars on comms. Or I know we've had Doc Heaps and Dr. Bobtastic on comms as well for OoTR. That gets fun. Nice ice arrows.
Alright, so we have hover boots, we have ice arrows.
Kevin does have irons. You can see them on his D-pad, and they are in fact on the tracker. They have both done Deku Tree. That was the path to Morpha in Deku. Okay, and chat confirming Spirit's longshot locked. Can't say I'm surprised.
Great.
We need Hammer, Magic, Ring, and Lights, correct. Unfortunately, we need Hammer, Magic, Ring, and Lights. None of which are hinted. At all.
None of which we have any clue to get, how to get them. Not even like, okay, we could have a path that leads us to them. No, nothing.
No, nothing at all. Lost track of where the 4th Spirit Temple key is. This one's probably invisible chest, if I had to guess. Yep, hey, I was correct.
There it is.
Once you get to know Spirit Key logic well enough, you can tell where a key should be. And actually, no, that was the 5th key. Miscounted. But yes, don't die, Kevin.
Ooh.
Okay, does get the recovery hearts. Phew.
1 hit from the Iron Knuckle does 4 hearts of damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that was close. That was very close.
And Swipe, I think, does 4 hearts as well, yes. Yeah, where are those items to, especially that hammer they really should find. We know magic's gotta be available somewhat early, because Spirit's fire-locked. And then Rang can be anywhere, really.
Hear me out. Vanilla Hammer.
Possible. It would suck and very
Very.
rare, but it is possible.
Vanilla or French vanilla. I'm here for both.
That's a big chest and double defense.
Well,
Not what he wanted to see.
but at least some more safety against Iron Knuckles.
Yeah,
Or Ganon's
there's
pipe,
that.
I guess.
Where was that 2 minutes ago, right?
That's
On
a
the
good
other
question.
And on a different note, I love Yuso's Mirror Shield Tunic color combination here. That blue and purple works really well.
Yup.
It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but it's really nice. And goes well with his hearts, too. Hasn't changed his buttons so much, but I do love the Tunic Mirror color combination. Mega's trolling here, jeez!
Oh! Getting hot trolled by Meg. Oh! Got her.
There we go. That's pretty bad for Meg. She's usually not that rude.
Yeah, that's more typical behavior for Meg. And time to beat Twin Rover for Kevin.
Let's see if there's anything there. Could be a hammer. Could be a ring.
Baseball has a mech emote. Why don't I have a mech emote? Well, at least I know how to fix it.
Yep, what the hell's happened? One of the most prominent runners in the community, winner of Season 4, winner of SGL 2019 and 2021, winner of Super RSL Seasons 1 and 2, and a whole bunch of other assorted accomplishments. One of the longest time runners in the community has a bunch of fun emotes. Not sure when his next race is, but I know he's still on the top. He's still in this tournament as well. There's boss key and a small on Child Side Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, whoops, I'm probably going a little too much off on the tangent about what the hell's the guy. Great person as well. Fantastic runner and a great guy. All its runners in this tournament are great, really. Quite the field this year.
I mean, I don't have anything to add to that. Other than this, Kevin is having a more or less typical Troll Rover fight. Oh!
Hey, nicely done. That just managed to get it. Twin Rover is all it can troll.
Yep, it's indeed a typical Twin Rover fight.
Yep.
These two sisters love to fly out of range just as you are about to hit them.
Yep. Phase 2 is usually a bit nicer.
Oh, Yuso just missing the zero cycle on Phantom Ganon.
That feels bad. Now he has to play tennis. Walter was pretty fast. Boss key was on Crackball.
Yep.
Not even hard ZL locked, for that matter. Practically ZL locked, but you can use choose. In fact, they were choosing the map chest.
Just to remind you that it's a possibility.
Yep.
Ah, there he goes.
Yuso is Rudo's, yeah, so it's not as much of a difference as it looks at first glance. Hard to say right now. Yuso has gotten strength too, yes.
Nothing worthwhile in terms of items from Twin Rover.
Adult Spirit generally, well, turn out cover boots and not much else. There's Yuso's first
Here's
bomb
Yuso's bomb bag! Oh, he's gonna feel so bad about that one.
Our 41st bomb bag feels bad. Yeah. I'm gonna AFK for a moment and be right back.
Alright. You're mine now, chat. Yeah. User going spirit makes sense. Has all the tools for it. So, do your progression dungeons. Meanwhile, Kevin is learning that Colossus Fairy has just a slingshot, and probably gonna reverse over to GTG. I don't see a reason not to. The OOT Randomizer Discord does, yes. So if you want to get started with OOTR, join the OOT Randomizer Discord. There is information on how to get started, how to set that stuff up. It's a bit involved, because you are basically working with patching a ROM file from the original game. So, but it's doable. Alright, so Kevin is on the way to GTG. We've seen most of the checks in there for so already. Yuso, meanwhile, making his way up to up the Adult Climb and Spirit Temple. So let's summarize quickly what we know. Most of our path hints, no, all of our path hints indeed are fulfilled. They led to Kokiri Sword, Hookshot, Strength, Iron Boots, and Minuet. We are still needing to complete this game. You know, light arrows need to be somewhere. We need a magic. We need a boomerang. And we do need our hammer to beat Fire Temple. This is indeed all dungeons for Nocturne on the Ocarina of Time. Our runners knew this about 5 minutes into the seed, so not too bad. If you know it, you can route accordingly. It's much worse when you find that out after 2 hours, 30 minutes or something, and just learn that you get to go for another long while. So overall, this is not being too unkind.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
And, yeah, the seed's going. I see we're not seeing anything new from either side.
Exactly. So I was spending some time recapping what we have already seen. All the path hints are fulfilled. And we need 4 items to go mode.
None of which have any kind of hints.
Yeah, we have no clue. This is the world's biggest casino. This is bigger than Las Vegas and Macau combined. This seed was rolled by Cemetery.
Yep.
Who really wanted to roll this seed, so we let them.
I had good baseball for it. Part of Cemetery is unfortunately not feeling great, so has since gone off to bed. I wish them will hopefully feel better soon. Just we might have something, we just need to find a magic meter first.
Yep. Get well soon, Cemetery. But yeah, this isn't too bad of a seed. It's also not. It's not great. It's not terrible.
Yep. It exists. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling at the moment. You mentioning Macau reminds me, we were talking about languages early in the stream. I don't know where the English name Macau comes from because the Mandarin name is completely different. And it actually took me a good couple of years to learn that Macau was actually the same thing as Almin, is the Mandarin for it. Which, yes, does sound a great deal like the country Oman. I thought those were the same thing for a while until I got corrected that Almin was Macau in English.
It's one of the oddities.
It might honestly have been nice though, Navakini.
Nice little bait.
Yeah, to be fair, that, there's... how many keys here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah.
Yep, 3 keys in the pancake room.
Considering Song of Time is Rudo's letter locked, guaranteed, yeah, that's a strength 2 locked. That Rudo's letter is very much strength 2 locked.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mind you, there would probably have to be 3 keys there. Toilet has to be the 9th key. By the way, So the Agni is not required to get into any grottos, even with the trick off. The trick just doesn't expect you to get a grotto without the hint. It just tells you it's there. It doesn't actually block you from getting in there without.
Another setting that exists in random
because well, A, it's a major item, a unique that has some function. Same goes with ice arrows and Nehru's Law. Same goes with ice arrows, which are entirely functionally useless outside of, I think, glitched logic.
Well, Bongo has a special animation for them. Interesting way to peek the maze.
Okay, yeah, I don't see another key on right side, so I'm pretty sure that as long as it's an episode 12 is a key.
Yeah. So 1 to 2 IQ plays, reminding us that Stone of Agony used to be required to be able to read hint stones, which, well, made the stone considerably more powerful than it is today.
Nowadays, it's an absolute meme. I mean, even when it was a trick, okay, Stone of Agony required for hint stones is just, it still comes up in random settings like that sometimes. Oh, come on, I have to unlock these things, really? Well, that's one of the things behind RSL. Sometimes you get a nice seed that takes you all of 4 minutes, and then there are the seeds that take 8 hours.
That's a key in the behind the flame wall. Yeah, that's the magic behind RSL, and why I probably could never play in RSL because because I'm not able to make that kind of time commitment.
I actually did. I thought one of those kind of keys. I'm not sure if that was the. I'm not sure if that's. I know that Yuso got 2 keys, or like 1 key before the lobby, and I'm not sure where it came from. It might have been that chest, actually. Now that I think about it,
Possibly.
Because I wasn't sure where his last key ended up being. Because I think you saved without a P here. Anyhow, I think it's a key in.
That's bow percent for Kevin. And yeah, RSL is random settings leak. So basically, instead of just randomizing the game contents, you randomize the settings for the randomizer.
Yeah.
And that can lead to some funny settings. Or to some absolutely horrible settings. 83 Starbridge, anyone?
I remember distinctly a miserable seed last season. It was open bridge. There was no boss key. There were no trials. It still took 8 hours because there was Overworld ER, Grotto ER, mixed pools for that matter, I think, Beard Egg Shuffle, and a whole bunch of other nonsense. That resulted in them not even finding Ganon's castle until about 2.5 hours in.
Yikes.
they run it. It took a while. I remember it started like 10 or 11 p.m. my time, and I wanted to watch the whole thing, but I had to go to bed at like 4 hours in because there was just no way I could stay up that late. As much as I really wanted to, because it was bad.
One important thing that Ginger Sonny brings up, not all settings are weighted equally. So, in RSL, you only get absolute nonsense settings like, I don't know, mixed pools entrance randomizer, which means any grotto, any door, any place at all that you switch scenes can lead to a completely different place, is pretty low weighted, so you see it once in a blue moon. Other settings are much more likely.
You can see the weights at that link I just posted. The light arrows were the particularly big tripping point in that 8-hour nonsense scene. If memory serves, they were on Mask of Truth. I think Song of Storms was in the SF. I think the Mask of the Theater was in like the SFM Storms Grotto or something, and both Storms and Weird Egg were in incredibly stupid places. I remember they'd make several trips up DMT as child because the mask shop was at the top. And Ganon's Castle was also at the top of DMT for the extra fun. This was overall DR, keep in mind, which didn't help. They were not happy.
No, I can't imagine they were. But that's what you sign up for when you play RSL once in a while.
Yeah. And then you get the scenes that take you all of 4 minutes. That's the shortest RSL race on record, by the way, it was 4 minutes long. Season 3. One Piece Triforce Hunt. You spawn in Kokiri like 3 loading zones over or something is Zora's domain, and the pieces on domain porches, I think. I'm pretty sure Trez set the new sub-goal. We summoned it earlier when we met the last one.
Oh, I didn't see it. Need to look at it. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, that's spicy.
Yeah, there was a sub-goal a while back to make for Trez and What the Hell's to race each other. And this one, I think, takes it up to no logic. It's currently not that yet, but...
Well, yeah, if you want to see that, I suggest subscribing to ZeldaSpeedRuns.
Yep. Oh yeah, Trez versus What the Hell's in What New Logic would be absolute gold. I think something about the spoiler log is involved as well. Trez will have to learn a bunch of glitches, which will be interesting.
So, I can tell that Kevin is missing a hint, namely that Lake is foolish.
Yeah, he never read the second Deku Tree hint, I think, is where that was.
Oh yeah!
It's a heart piece for his troubles, a little bit of a health refill, I guess.
At least there's that. And here's Epona's song.
Where is he going now? This doesn't... Yeah, we'll see.
I don't think he has many field checks left.
I don't think he has... yeah, he's not doing Water Temple yet. I mean, I would beat it just because you're here by this point. No, he hasn't done some Abominable Grottos yet. Kevin is 19 skulls, no clue how many Yuso has.
One thing we do know is that we still haven't seen a 30 skull hint, and this is starting to get concerning.
Just a bit. We are gradually, bit by bit, starting to run out of things to do. We've seen Deku, we've seen Water, we don't have a Boomerang to do all of Jabu, we can't get into Shadow, Fire's a Blarg idea without Hammer, we've seen GTG, we don't have that much, honestly, at this point, almost 2 hours in.
Fountain is in Logic, Ice Cavern is in Logic, thanks to those, thanks to that Ruto's letter. Yeah.
Ice Cavern, yeah, so turn in letter. I think this will also be used for finally getting the boo off bowling. But yeah, letter locks, Rang Chest, Fountain Fairy. Icy Waters, it'll also get you King Zora. There are 3 chests in Ice Cavern, that takes it up to 7. Icy Waters, Fountain Fairy, King Zora, rank chest. The 3 in Ice is 7, and then we have also 1 check behind that maximum, I think. Because I don't think there was any big chest on the right side of GTG, otherwise I think one of them would have gone for it.
Yeah.
Yes,
So-
and then there's maybe 1 check behind the song, because it's either Sun Song or Song of Time. Song of Time at this point lacks nothing. Water is foolish and it's not GTG. I don't think. Which leaves, 7 to 8 checks behind letter right now without a rank. Not much. So some of the better check dance locations, because we don't have much else to do. What's that? Dip Fire, Big Pose just exists. I forgot about that until right now.
Well, Kevin is taking care of that right now. Yuso just learned that he missed the bow on Bumshoe Bowling for the longest time.
We have not seen Ice Guppy. The final chest is dead. The song is mostly useless, if not completely useless. They haven't had a great reason to go there. Especially because Letter is pretty late this seed. Bigoron is useless. 30 Skulls is not. We've... Domain and the Fountain hints are about the only remaining really accessible hints left for them to find a 30 hint. This is going to be a Dante picking check for you, so this is new. This will also be 20 Skulls for him.
Where's Kevin headed? Is he headed for ice? I think he might have dodged the other bottles so far, though.
Zora diving? No, I thought he got that one. He has 2 on it marked on the tracker.
Well then, this is probably... Well, it's not a nice play.
No, it is, because you have to go around Micah first.
Good point.
I mean,
Well,
it's either Fire Temple, and I think Ice makes a little more sense than Fire about right now.
Well, folks, this is not a rush ice play. It's 1 hour 55 minutes in, and ice has been in logic for a while, but it is a leisurely stroll to Ice Cavern. Meanwhile, skull checks from Yuso. I don't think we've seen 20 yet.
We have not.
Well, then Yuso will be on 20 skulls when he's done in Kakariko here.
I mean, C-Square Water is foolish in the Loxus song, but we know it's Bolero. That's been hinted since the beginning of the seed.
This skull didn't want to go.
Sunsong Grave exists. It might be behind Ice Cavern instead or Burning Cack. It's... The song here in Ice is either Sunsong or Song of Time. Sunsong locks 1 check. I think Song of Time is useless. It depends on how accurate I was at counting keys in GTG. There might be something in the toilet, but I think it's a key. Not pay digging, isn't it?
And... Nice King Zora skip from Kevin here. Let's see what we find in the fountain.
Here's a hit, and
40
is still dead. Not the one we wanted, game.
But close. Who knows?
Where was the bomb bag, by the way? Chat noting that we saw one again, another one. I did not catch it.
I didn't catch it either.
Oh, Dante digging?
Oh.
That's
Great.
not fun.
2 bomb bags in Sphere 0. Richard and Dante, both on child side. We spawned as an adult. Great.
Longshot path was for Spirit Key logic. Yes, that's been confirmed.
What's in icy waters? I can't see a thing down there, but it looks like Kevin is interested.
It's dark, I think. Oh, he couldn't see it either. Go figure.
Alright, we're out of here.
Nothing.
Nope. Nothing else.
Icy
Nothing.
waters was something that was nothing, because Kevin couldn't see it from above, went down and saw it, and figured it
Got
was
magic
nothing.
on the iceberg! Finally!
That is something they want. That explains, that gives our Spirit Temple access completion logic, but doesn't do much else for us. I guess Wasteland and the Composer game are available now, and that's about it. Not. Oh, and I guess the lens game. Okay, 3 checks.
For Wasteland, you don't need magic. You don't need lens. Well, you need it to light the fire. Sorry, I was confused. I was confusing magic with lens. Apologies.
I was wondering.
Yeah, you would need magic, of course, to light the flames. You don't need lens to get there, which I recently learned. In my head, it's always,
lens
you
is for
need lens
after.
for all the Wasteland, but no, you need lens for after that.
Yeah. No, that's first magic. GTG is freely available. Epona Song is just sitting in Composer Graves. Yell was in the crater. Both of those are pretty free. I don't blame you for doing that well while we're looking at that.
No.
Yeah, Riddle's Letter, but yeah, GTG access is pretty free. Bow was free. Strength 2 was just for his Floor Master, really isn't all that terrible. Logically, practically a bit of a pain, but not that awful. Yeah, bow, strength 2, hookshot, GTG access. You were fine to get to GTG for this letter to get here. It is several spheres in, don't get me wrong, it's probably something like sphere 8 or 10, but it is accessible and in logic. It's not Spirit Temple lock is the big thing at this point.
It's not nice, but it's there.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't blame Yuso for going back to well. He knew that there was at least one big chest underwater that he couldn't get earlier, and he's about to find out that there's another big chest on Dead Hand as well.
This is not the first time we're seeing the well. We saw this earlier. That was since this was Patagoma, and Storms is super early. Second magic is now probably in Shadow.
What C-Square says is true. That is basically tradition at this point. And that means Kevin has everything he needs to head into Shadow Temple. And that's bow percent for Yuso. What's that big chest gonna be?
This is something.
Oh yeah, okay, bow no percent, that's true. Huh?
What?
That blue fire didn't melt the ice, I think.
Huh. OT, a well-coded game.
Oh, there we go.
And...
Okay.
I mean, you'll take it, I guess, but when you're missing this much stuff, you'd rather have an actual required item rather than, you know, the VGS.
True. And, belatedly, happy 2 hours, everyone.
Happy 2 hours. Let's do some shoutouts.
Indeed. Thank you to everyone who is making this race possible, this restream possible, I should say. To our trackers, Baseball and Ginger Sonny. To our runners, Kevin and YUSoEpic, of course, who are graciously allowing us to restream this race. And to Star, who is doing double duty as my co-commentator as well as the restreamer. And also, while we're thanking people for doing double duty, Baseball is also doing double duty tracker as well as race monitor.
Merci beaucoup, Gojitef, et Mario Genie pour la reason française, and thanks to Tobias as well.
Oh yeah. I also exist.
Yes, you do. We usually hate sounding ourselves out because it just feels awkward.
It just, yeah.
Unlike Trez, we're not totally egotistical. Trez, who was once catch-ending to his own voice, had that turned up at one point. No, absolutely. We can always use more volunteers. You can go check out the command, the link right there.
We can always, absolutely, use the help of more volunteers. And if you want to sign up, there's a form that you can find out at that link in chat. I think that form is also linked in our Discord. Yeah, join the fun. If I can do it, so can you. And I mean that genuinely. Yeah. Alright, we knew that Ice Cavern was just a Hylian shield, but that's a Song of Time.
Alright, well, Sunsong is on Burning Cack, and that Song of Time is, I think, 100% useless. I think I was thinking about going for Shoot the Sun, but realized, wait, I can just do that after water because he doesn't have the Shoot Lake Foolish hint.
Also, yeah, doing water.
We'll be seeing ranked chest possibly here, and that would be new. Other than that, not really.
Is he really thinking about dipping Jabu here?
You might. I mean, he is starting to run out of checks. They're both starting to run out of checks, honestly.
Watch it just be 30 skulls. That bottlenecks our entire seed. And the hints are, I'm gonna say... Psychic... Back of Lake and Hyrule Castle 2.
Honestly, it would make sense. What's even left, lol? Hi Goomba. Rain chest?
Yeah.
Rain chest, 30 skulls, dipping fire temple.
And now that we have
that's about it.
Now that we have magic treasure chest game.
Yeah, rain chest, 30 skulls, lens game, wasteland, composer grave, and fire temple dip. Water temple is foolish. They don't need it. We've seen GTG. I'm pretty sure that toilet's a key. The rest of it's done. Fortress is foolish. We've seen all of our dungeons as much as they can do. There's so little left. Rank chest makes sense. Oh, King Zora exists because Kevin's KZ skipped, so it can't be there. We've seen Link the Goron. That was Dins. Yep, sorry. Rang and Deep Fire and Hammer is on rank chest would be horrendous.
That would be pretty ugly. I've also called Hammer in a French vanilla location before. Because you can absolutely go to the very top of Fire Temple without a hammer. That's where it's supposed to be in vanilla game.
Yes, but it requires a fairly particular key layout, which is somewhat rare in Rando.
Yeah, what Guppy says is right. Kevin is definitely ahead on checks in general. But is doing a few useless checks, considering, for example, he doesn't have the Lake Foolish hint.
Yeah, which is going to cost
hammer and light arrows. Sorry.
Rang hammer lights, and we have no hints for them. They exist in the game.
Well, we will know where light arrows are eventually. If nothing else, Ganondorf will tell us. We will all laugh, and we will be playing for another hour. Yeah. Oh no! Does Kevin not have the Water Foolish hint either? Or is he just going for skulls?
I think he's just going for the skulls. I was going to be very concerned.
Okay.
No, the Water Temple of Foolish Hint was a Temple of Time. I would have been very concerned if he hadn't seen that one.
Seeing and remembering are two different things.
Also fair. We did see someone earlier in brackets who completely forgot that prelude for an hour and a half.
That's a thing that exists. And yeah, Yuso is going for the boomerang chest. At this point, not much left in the game. You might as well.
I would have been more concerned if he wasn't going. I really can't seem surprised. Yes, it was Angle. Just completely forgot that prelude for an hour and a half.
It happens to the best of them. So interesting to see if Kevin makes the same choice of going Jabu first, or if he dip fire first.
Which, so he's already adult, I think he goes fire.
Yeah, at this point, both are totally reasonable plays. But yeah, avoiding the H change, always a good idea. Takes so much time.
Yeah. And they're both similar in terms of likely checks, at least. Fire, you could easily only have the one check and then get locked out. And you know you're only stuck with one check for Rang. Like, Yuso's already child for other checks to clean up, so this makes sense to do Jabu here.
That's Water Temple done for Kevin. And resetting. I guess we're going to CAC.
Yes, it looks like it.
Here's Kevin's 10 and 20 skull checks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointment. Boomerang chest is big! Oh!
Ooh.
Was it just in boomerang chest the whole time? Here's the game pretty convincingly telling you, though, go to Fire Temple!
It actually reminds me that I completely forgot that most of Fire is out of logic without a tunic until, well, now.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen a wallet yet.
We haven't. That's actually not the. It's not a good find in terms of practicality. Logically, it's good.
Logic? That puts Fire Temple mostly in logic. And Kevin giving us a check at Off Composer's Grave. Reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, they're both running out of sharks hard.
I think that Goron Tunic was the right bet, and it looks like Kevin is going Child.
Yeah. Alright, so they're switching places. Nope, not yet. Time of day maybe for Dampe? I think it's still daytime for him, because he did shoot the sun recently.
Yeah.
He might also be getting the Temple of Time Song. Well, he's gonna get Temple of Time Song when he goes Child there. But yeah, Fire, Wasteland, Lens Game, and 30 Skulls are our remaining checks, Goomba. That's pretty much it, as far as I can remember, at least.
Well, okay, setting time of day
King
for
Zora.
Dampe.
Oh, sorry, King Zora is the other.
Horse?
Those.
Oh, okay. We hadn't seen Big Pose on YUSoEpic's side yet.
Nope, so this makes sense. I think Fire just because they had other things to do, Goomba, until now. And Bolero was not behind Foolish Water, so they both had some other odds and ends to do before they went to Fire.
Oh, chat, get your guesses in! It's time for Treasure Chest game!
Yes, it is. And this is Bolero for you, so I think this is a Fire play. Either that or Ice. We'll see which. I might dip Fire, then go Ice, just to see if your hammer's in Fire. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, this is a fire dip. Makes total sense. You get a Goron tunic from the game on Boomerang Chest. You better go check fire at this point. In the seed. Okay, here we go. And the correct answer was left. No, right. I'm immediately out.
I am not out yet.
Tried to speak it into existence and failed.
And
All
right.
right.
I'm still in. I guess right, left, right. And
still
left.
in.
That's a small key on Yuso's side. Okay.
So we can
Left.
progress. Oh, it's a 50-50 for you now, Star.
I almost never guessed I actually got it in this time, and then I lose.
I got it completely the wrong way round. I guessed left, right, and it was right. It was right, left. Kirby fan got it. Did I see that right?
GG's, and unfortunately it was useless.
But
Alright.
still, GG's Kirby.
And we are... That's a small key. Okay, game. Okay.
I told you, Vanilla Hammer. I told you.
Hammer really might be in here. I mean, we don't have much left.
Where's Rivali's scale when you need it? Well, in another game.
Okay, nope, they're out of here. They are hammer locked out. That's a boss key. Alrighty.
Well then.
So, Wasteland and 30 Skull.
Not-
Yeah!
And for Yuso, only one of those is available. Doesn't have magic yet. No idea when they get there.
I mean, I think
Might
it's
be-
going ice next. So
Yeah, might quite possibly be going ice now. Or King Zora, yeah. Always forgetting the king here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice play. This is the most dense location for Yuso at this point.
It's not 100%, but it's also not far away from it. You've seen
They
well
are
the Ice Cavern.
100... Okay, yes. Lincoln Psych, they are 100%ing this seed looking for their next progression item. Which, Toilet is a key, Goomba. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe Toilet was a key if I was counting GTG keys right. It's not going to be Ice versus Water. Water is foolish. They're not going there. Again.
Yeah.
If they go back to Water Temple, I have questions.
Here's Kevin confirming that the slingshot was indeed useless, but it's one of those orphan checks that breaks your neck if you get about it.
Yes, it does. We have seen Composer Grave. That was useless.
Yeah, doing water
if you
temple.
go back to water, you are hard throwing the seed. Don't do that.
Oh, Kevin getting a fish.
Okay, thinking about Jabu, I mean, makes sense.
And going to Jabu. That makes sense and probably sets Kevin on the wrong path as well.
DMT Storms was checked. It was completely forgettable. If it's Oops 30 Skulls Hammer, that's just horrendous.
The kind of thing I would expect.
Yeah, there's magic. Yeah, we still don't have a 30 hint. It exists. It's been in Logic since forever, and it's one of our only checks left in the game. We have 30 skulls, we have King's Aura, we have the Wasteland. Which is
That is
which
just
is a
not
really,
much.
really sad list of checks.
That is really just not much.
No, it is not.
But okay.
Look at beast rank 3 for OGC now that I think about it.
Also possible.
I have no idea how many skulls Yuso is at.
Yuso is, I think, at 24. 23 or 24.
Okay, I know Kevin, I think, is also in the low 20s. They don't think have quite stopped after 20, knowing that 30 hit is still completely missing.
Nice shooting from Kevin here.
Raining on KZ to get Suns on Burning Kek to find Hammer and Suns on Grave would be a fun time.
Ew. I like it.
Yeah, Ice itself is useless for Yuso. Song of Time does exactly jack squat, and he knows it.
Well,
He
Yuso
might
doesn't
end
know.
up going back to GTG. He should know that there's mostly keys in the sunblock room, so I hope he doesn't go back for what he should know to be about 1 to 2 items. But he might. I hope he doesn't, but he might go back there for the 1 or 2 items he thinks he has left in there. Because there was a soda back in the like room. We can't get Song of Time involved, tough. While water is foolish and toilet's a key. Pretty sure. Might be wrong.
I mean, if you miscounted that, then both our runners have as well. At least so far.
Yeah, Frogs 2 is dead, yes. He would have mentioned that nonsense by now if Frogs 2 was required for anything. The Runia has been checked, it was useless. Yuso never did Silver Block Room, no, but if he was counting keys properly, he should know there's about 3 keys in there. 3 to 4.
Dot on the other hand, knows that there is 3 to 4 keys in there also means that toilet is either a key or an item in his mind, so
Yes.
probably wants to check Silver Block Room at some point.
Maybe. He does technically, I think, from his perspective, have 1 check left in there. Because in between toilet and bike room, I think he has 4 keys and 1 item. It's the case. It's like, when do you go for that 1 item?
You don't know, but here is Stingers for Kevin, who is most likely going to get baited into doing Fire Temple as well with that Goron tunic. Because why wouldn't you? It puts most of Fire Temple in logic.
I mean, really good reason not to. At this point, there's just so little left in the game. Virgil saw both of these big chests. BTS and the Goron tunic. Which is about as useful as they sound like. At this point. This is going to be a fire play from Kevin, and as Yuso finishes off Ice. Kevin will be locked out of fire around the same time Yuso does King's Aura, I think. It's looking like the timing here.
And that means they're both pretty much neck and neck. This
For
might
all
come
intents
down
and
to
purposes, yeah, they're pretty neck and neck at the moment.
This might come down to who gets to 30 skulls first, or who checks Haunted Wasteland first. They now both have magic, so yeah, anybody's game at this point.
I don't think Yuso's really been rushing these skulls and ice. I would really be looking at 30. You still don't have the hint, and you're running hard out of checks at this point.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to skip it.
Kevin is 23-ish, okay, and I know Yuso's at about that as well in the low 20s. Like, 30 is one of those, sometimes if you don't have the hint and you're running out of checks, you might as well bite the bullet and check it.
Yuso ignoring skulls, though.
Yeah, not wanting to get the one here. It's really quite free, but decides he doesn't want to spend the, 5 seconds to get it? Not that much. Okay, so Kevin's gonna be locked out slightly earlier than you, so because he, just by a smidge, but they're still neck and neck.
Mm-hmm. It's just, okay, this is a boss key, so the fun thing is going to be if something is indeed in deep fire. And neither of our runners are really going there for a while.
I mean, there's not that much left in the game.
There's 3 dungeons left.
Yeah, we only have a couple of go mode items. It's really just hammering lights. No.
Plenty of troll potential, I like.
Yeah, Yuso still has Lens Game and Strength 2 GTG lock checks, but Lens Game is 1 check. He should know that GTG is 1 check. This is a Cemetery Seed. Lights are probably enchanted Organons by now. Alright, that is Kevin getting locked out of fire, and Yuso is done with ice. That's a Bolero play for Kevin. Okay, I think this might be a KZ play.
Oh, hint. 50. Huge rupee. Ah.
Game, can I please get this 30 hint?
Please? I mean, I said where the hints are already.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Hyrule Castle 2, we haven't seen Hyrule Castle 3 for that matter, but you know the seed's gone bad when that hint comes into play.
Or
you are in our cell.
Alley, and
there's the hammer! Okay, King Zora had it. That puts them really neck and neck.
Yep.
That is less than a minute difference between the two of them.
Yeah. Now we're really in for fun. Yeah, Kevin's gonna get his hammer now.
And once again, play would have been to rush ice.
Well, rushing ice, the issue is you have to be able to unfreeze King Zora after doing ice, because Kevin rushed ice before moving King Zora, and that's where he got stuck.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to turn in the letter, then go ice. Otherwise, you have to backtrack for KC, which is what Kevin's done now.
To be clear, technically, it would be possible to just walk through unfrozen King Zora from the back, but that would be a glitch and would get you disqualified. Don't do that.
Here's a recommendation: don't disqualify yourself in a tournament race.
Yeah, that's kind of a good plan.
We don't want to DQ people, for goodness sake, but if you do it to yourself, there's not much we as organizers can do about it if you do it to
what
yourself.
Star says. Like, this is one of those things. You are obviously not meant to be behind King Zora as an adult.
Iris Hammer, right there just now for Kevin.
Yeah.
We don't DQ people often, especially not during tourney races. I very nearly was forced to DQ somebody over a technicality, and I hated it. Don't recommend. It sucks.
Yeah. Don't do that. We don't like disqualifying people, I think, any more than people who get disqualified would like getting disqualified. So just don't do it, is what I'm saying. Just, you are not meant to be behind King Zora as an adult, so he doesn't have a hitbox, so don't
or
do
his
it.
hitbox is weird. It exists, but you can long shot through the torch through it.
Yeah.
And that is not allowed. You can't unfreeze him from the back, but you have to go around to the front the long way to talk to him.
Alright, so, back to business. Here is Kevin immediately fighting Volvagia.
Epic not far behind.
Hold up, how did oh, okay. Yuso chose to do the boss key loop. Makes sense then. Got a key out of that, but technically might not need that. We have a spare key in Fire Temple.
Hammer was King Zora.
So if Volvagia ends up being a key, this would be Kevin catching up a minute. There's Volvagia down for Kevin, and Survey says down for Yuso as well.
Nice. Really close here because Kevin ended up having a fly cycle.
Okay. Oh! That saves Kevin some time. Depending on key layout, of course.
I mean, there's 2 keys in the basement loop, but not sure how much it saves.
Wait, was there 2 keys? I thought there was only 1.
There were 2.
Oh, okay. I miscounted. Never mind then. Saves Kevin exactly 0 time.
Yuso did the boss key loop is how it changed. Was the difference, Guppy?
Yep.
I mean, right now they're still neck and neck.
Kevin choosing.
For Epic.
Where's Kevin headed?
Straight to Nocturne. I mean, it's time for Shadow. They finally got Nocturne to go do it.
Fair.
I also don't entirely fault Crater Fairy here, though, for Yuso. It takes a little bit of time, and Shadow is the denser play, so I would probably go Shadow first, but you might... I also can see this. And...
Prescription, which is useless.
Brilliant prescription game. Fantastic.
Rude. That being said, yeah, I can't fault Yuso for going to Crater Fairy either.
About a 45-second difference playing pretty, by the way, is the current difference on the pair. I'll note just for purposes of timekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Bigoron's dead.
Yeah, Bigoron is hinted and is nothing.
Don't forget to actually pick up the song. I have seen people trigger the cutscene and then just walk away without actually getting the ocarina. Because that happens, and just brain fart at times.
Yep. I mean, at this point, you would notice pretty quickly, because once you turn adult, well, okay. You don't have Nocturne to go where you want to go. In any case, time to do Shadow Temple and hope we find a boomerang along the way, because then we are, well, not quite in go mode, because we don't have ice arrows. Light arrows yet. But we are then at the point that we can just walk up to Ganon and he will tell us where the light arrows are.
Yeah, and they have cleared the seed pretty thoroughly anyhow, so it doesn't. So they would have a good chance of knowing, being able to get those lights.
Well, we could still be in casino mode for gold gauntlets at some point, so it's all still possible.
Yeah, the graveyard hint could be the 30 skulls. Elka, we have no idea.
And Kevin isn't telling us.
Nope. Not reading the hint. I don't blame him, honestly.
No, at this point, you are pretty much on rails until you run out of checks again after Shadow. But let's be optimistic and assume our boomerang is in here.
Casino mode means that you've got a whole bunch of places open, no indications of which one's the right place, and you can just pretty much spin the wheel, take your pick of where you're going, and hope you get it right.
30 is the boomerang. Oh my goodness! Oh, this is gonna bite Kevin. Yuso reading that hint pays off so big here.
That's actually really good, because Yuso can get the skulls in Shadow.
Oh no!
They're neck and neck on skulls. They're both in the low 20s, something in the 23 or so range as Yuso falls in the pit. That's
happened
good,
to Kevin earlier as well. But yeah, Kevin missed that hint. Kevin went straight past that hint. I can't blame him, as I just said, but Yuso showed it to us and it was one of the 2 copies of the 30 skull hint. Damn it, Seed. What are you doing to us?
Yeah, now I need to go ask Trez if he can look up where the other 30 skulls hint was, because I want to know.
Ditto. Yeah, I mean, Kev can get that hint after Bongo Bongo, so not all is lost. But
it does hurt that he will miss the skulls here.
Yeah,
though.
if he chooses, he has not been collecting skulls, so Yuso can, I think, get to, what was it, 27 or 28 skulls in this temple?
Something in there. There's 5 in here. I'm not sure his current count.
Then I think it's 28. In any case, a lot of skulls, close to 30. Whereas Kevin, if he actually skips those skulls, yeah, he's gonna be hunting for skulls for a moment there.
Yeah. I put out a message in the internal restreamer channel asking, because I don't think they're reading more hints beyond that graveyard hint.
No.
That was the only one. Yeah, you also missed the ice ones, which is unfortunate. But we'll eventually get there. We'll eventually hit 30 skulls.
Oh, Katani in chat telling us that Yuso has been the one ignoring them. Okay.
Yeah, he did skip the ones in ice, at least.
Fair.
So there's that.
We need to get an updated skull count for both of these runners. We'll have the opportunity to pretty soon.
And you still having better had okay, similar spinner luck. Okay, so that's fine. I just used lens. Well, it takes too long to equip it.
Yep. There are so many things that should be D-pad up, that could be D-pad up. I want a configurable D-pad up, but I don't think that's in the cards.
No, since
there's a wallet.
Nice. Wallet locked, because of course it is. Devs reserved D-pad up for VC players because C left, I believe, is bound to that. Just something I forget which exact.
Oh, okay.
One of the buttons on VC, because VC's controller mapping is a little funky, is the up, so we have it limited for that, and there's a lot of VC players, so I don't want to screw them over, really. I think there's a way to rebind it for VC, but it's a pain in the arse or something. There have been no hints at all for Shadow Temple. Okay,
yeah, we have no clue what's in here.
The MMR dev decided to use all 4 directions because they felt that the ability to have all the masks on the pad was more useful, but for OT they've decided to keep it that way. I don't happen to know what MMR PC players do offhand. Someone who in the chat who actually knows more about MMR, technical aspects can answer that.
Oh, 2 keys in here. Don't want to miss those.
Nope.
Okay, 25 skulls for Kev. Oh, nice little trick with the like, if you hit it. If you hit it.
Sadly, did not.
Oh, were those? Oh, those shoes were aimed at the keys, not at the like. Interesting.
Alright, we'll see the skull count here for you, so... They're pretty close, I think. Don't forget to actually pick it up!
21! Oh, okay.
Ooh, that hurts, That'll be 25 coming up. This is close, then.
Well, Kevin might be ahead at this point.
Missing those nice hurts,
Missing.
Yeah.
Skipping that skull, though. because he
That's...
doesn't know.
No, not getting it because it's not literally his face the way the first one is. Okay. Yeah, I hope that Kevin checks the Nocturne pad. If not, he's collecting it manually. I mean, it's still close because he still is running out of checks. Like no matter all the hints and whatnot, they're both just still doggedly running out of checks to do in the game.
Very much so.
Like even if Kevin never does read that hint, there's only so many things to do. If he goes Deep Fire, he's in trouble though. Yeah. Because Deep Fire takes a while.
Yeah, but Deep Fire is definitely on the table for him.
Don't believe Kevin's done Night Cack Skulls now. Or it could have lights, so maybe not, but from a purely theoretical standpoint, sitting here in the commentary booth would be bad. Feels bad.
Hmm. $26.
This will be 23 for you, so.
So it's a skull hunt for 30.
Yes, it is. But if Kevin skipped the skull in the... If Kevin skipped the Skulltula in the Crusher room, he'll probably skip the Boat Skull as well, and the Triple Pop. Those are pretty horrendous.
Yeah.
Like if he skips Crusher, you're skipping the Triple Pot Skull for sure, and I would expect probably the Boat Skull because those are also pretty nasty.
So C-Square, yes, Kevin is definitely going to 30 skulls at some point. Point is, he doesn't know that 30 skulls is actually his glow mode. Whereas YUSo does, and so Kevin is leisurely and slowly going to 30 skulls, not with high priority like YUSo definitely now is.
Yeah, Nightcack, to be fair, is going to be some quick ones. Still going to be interesting as far as things go. I hope Kevin checks on the way out. If he rushes deep, our biggest concern for him is rushing Deep Fire. If he rushes Fire Temple for the density, because it is actually the most dense play after Shadow for him.
Yep, YUSo on the other hand has done Child Cack Skulls, so that's Oh? Zora Tunic in here. Useless.
Yep. I don't know if we've seen a boss key in Shadow yet. We have all the small keys.
We have. It was in the Gypto room just now.
Okay, so you can skip the back theoretically, but I think YUSo might go for the Triple Pot Skull at least. He's definitely getting the Boat Skull here.
Sure.
There's no reason he isn't. It's pretty quick with long shot. Like that. And that's 24.
Exactly like that.
And this is going, and they're neck and neck here. YUSo wasn't far behind coming in, and despite spending a little more time getting skulls, is caught up in execution quite a bit, which is pretty impressive here.
Mm-hmm.
And he can, if he so choose, to skip some of the back rooms, but if light arrows are back here and you skip them, you will also feel really bad to run all the way back through. It takes like 3 or 4 minutes to run through again. I have seen in a particularly miserable race, having to run back through Shadow for light arrows cost someone a sub 4. Co-op shenanigans again. These particulars are complicated.
I remember a particularly horrible race in Challenge Cup Season 4. Where someone had to run through Shadow Temple again because they ran out of explosives. And their last key was in the Gypto room under the debris. Yeah, I didn't want to name the runner.
Yeah, Kevin needs to get the hint after Bongo. He should, but it is possible he skips it. Just, at this point in the seed. He didn't get it going in, at least, which I can see, honestly. It's hard to say.
Let's see. I think Yuso is going for that 3-pot room skull here.
I mean,
Normally, not a room you see, but in these circumstances...
You
okay.
Nothing on this spike walls. Kevin is going to skip the triple pot skull, which is fair.
Obviously.
I mean, it's sufficiently out of the way because you have to go into this side room, but you never see in Rando unless you have skull sanity or a seed like this where you desperately need skulls.
25 for Yuso. So Kevin is at 26 or 27, I think.
26. You got 26 in the single pot room. So I'm looking and thinking about what Yuso's remaining 5 skulls can be. There's the Adult Cac Knight skull. I don't think he got the DMT Wall skull. The one above DC is pretty easy. That's 3. The Grotto outside Cac is 4. And... Graveyard Soil Skull might be his 5th. That would work.
That would mean an H change, though.
I mean, he needs to go top anyway to get the...
Well, fair, yeah.
So it's really not that a huge a problem. Yeah, I would probably get Adult Cac Knight Skull, the DMT Wall Skull. I think the one above DC is not too bad. Too bad to hike.
Oh no!
Don't do that.
Yuso!
Little things like that make a difference when the race is this close. Grotto outside Cac is a fairly easy one. OGC skull was another option as well, yeah. It's not too bad for you to get in other words.
Yeah.
A little bit more annoying than it would be for Kevin to get the Cac Knight skulls, but it's not killer.
One thing this all hinges on is Kevin turns around and gets that hint on the pad, because if he doesn't... oh boy!
If he doesn't, I think that's enough.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he will get to 30 eventually. He is going to leisurely collect skulls while he probably goes through Deep Fire.
Unfortunately, Deep Fire is going to take him 10 or 12 minutes. It's not fast. Very nice one cycle on the Yuso side.
Super clean,
All
yeah,
right.
saving himself about 30 seconds here or something, or feels like he caught up 30 seconds here.
Alright, moment of truth. Kevin, are you getting this hint?
Three, two, one. Moment of truth. No!
No!
Warping away! Oh no, Kevin!
Oh no, Kevin!
Going straight to fire! Yes, light arrows could still be in there, but oh...
That feels bad.
He will go to 30 skulls eventually.
He will eventually. There's just only so much left in the game, but this doesn't feel good.
Crater Fairy? Yeah, probably.
Crater Fairy to fire, because you go Crater Fairy and then fire, otherwise you feel like a dupe if you go fire then Crater Fairy and your rang is there. Also, I realize Yuso's time of day might not be the best for Adult Knight Cac Skull, but he's got a few options anyhow, I'm not overly concerned.
Oh yeah, because Sunsong is on Burning Cac, right?
Yes.
Whoops.
Yeah. If he needs Deep Fire for lights or Strength 3 for lights, it's not over, but it's not great. This is gonna be the DMT Wall Skull for sure for you, so I'm not sure how... I think it's relatively early in the day. Soil Skulls might be his better play. I forgot this time of day is really bad for the Night Skulls. Could get there are a couple quick ones in DC, to be fair, actually. Yeah, he might get those.
We will see. He will burn some time of day on the trail and then probably see how he's doing in terms of that.
The Grotto outside Cac is not, in fact, time of day locked at least. That's 26.
27 above Dodongo's Cavern, 20...
Well, the one above DC
going
is
into
also
DC.
night locked. The one above DC is also night locked.
Okay.
Bias. The Stair Skull, if you want to do it, isn't the worst thing in the world. Can get the side slip here, skull here.
Yeah. At least he has Pierre and doesn't need to do the Armos push. Right, Ginger Sonny?
You can also just get that skull from below with long shot. You don't actually need to get Pierre. No, most of the DC skulls are seriously out of the way. Like, you don't go into this room unless you need skulls, and they certainly didn't think they needed skulls when they came in here earlier.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just referencing a seed that we had earlier in the Challenge Cup that Ginger Sonny rolled. 50 skulls out of 54 in logic.
Yeah.
Bottle as a path item.
Fine. That's 28.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Stair Skull is next.
Yeah, and I think then one of the two skulls that you get during nighttime, and that's 34 YUSo.
Yeah.
Or you can just get all skulls, I think. All the skulls. We'll see.
I don't know if going all the way to the back of DC for that one's worth it. I'm not sure what his time of day, though. I'm not sure how terrible his time of day, though, is for it. Yeah.
Don't dungeon medallions normally set that to midday?
Why would YUSo go through the cutscene? Having some minor aiming issues. There we go. And that is 29.
And we are save warping out of here. Or are we?
We're just going to save normally, okay. I guess I might actually be going for the back of DC skull. I might have personally gotten the one outside in the grotto outside Keck, but this works too.
Minor differences.
It's probably not that different in all things considered. It still beats Fire Temple at any rate for poor Kevin.
Unless Fire Temple has his light arrows. In which case, yeah. In which case, Kevin has lost exactly 0 time.
No, light arrows would need to be at the very top so that YUSo also goes through the entire thing. If light arrows are midway through and YUSo gets those, then he still saves that.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
And that's 30.
Playing Nocturne, and off we go. Boomerang Jabu off to Ganondorf to find out where our light arrow.
Here.
Oh? I mean, could still be it. Could still be it if he says outside my castle or inside my castle. It's a distinct possibility.
It is. If Ganon says inside or outside inside my castle or outside my castle, though, YUSo can in fact get that strength fairly quickly. But yeah, that might be good. That's probably what Kevin needed. And yeah, the seats really quite the roller coaster. It's fun.
Alright, I gotta AFK for a moment. I'll be right back, folks.
And I also got information from Trez as to where the other copy of the 30 Skulls hint is. I'll tell you guys after an interview. Also making sure that my Discord hasn't totally blown up otherwise. Hey, Ash the Archer! It was AD and oops 30 Skulls. And the oops and the 30 Skulls hit was locked behind AD. They pretty near last location to hammer on King Zora. And Kevin did not unfortunately get said 30 Skulls hit, so is doing Deep Fire instead. He'll do 30 after this, yeah, Goomba, that's correct. I mean, nice double magic. Thanks, game! But there's not much. Really needed a double magic game. Really needed it. Not in Shadow for a change, there is to do that, but also just not needed. Yeah, Pierre has a key that's been hinted since forever. Because, yeah, Kevin doesn't need the key off here to continue in fire, and so he's missing the 2 skulls from there. Hey, Luckix. Yeah, that is true. That if lights are strength 3 locked, Kevin can go straight to light trial while Yuso does all the other checks and then goes to light trial. We'll see how many checks Yuso checks in Jabu, because it's a pain to get back. I expect he'll probably still skip the Shabam's room because that takes a while and is a detour, but you at least check. You at least look at the size of the tentacle chests.
We'll see. I have just returned. Did I miss shenanigans?
Strength double magic was in the shortcut to Fire Temple, I guess.
Okay. Sure.
And Deep Fire is completely dead.
Not checking Flare Dancer? Oh, has to be a key at this point, right?
What's left? Wasteland, the rest of Jabu, outside Ganon's castle, inside Ganon's castle. Yeah, that's honestly about it. This'll be OGC for Kevin.
Reasonable.
Also sets time of day. And, oh yeah, and Sunsong Ray, right. Forgot about that. If it's the one Sunsong chest though, you just play Nocturne, get Sunsong off-board, and Kaku head straight to it. It's not that bad.
Oh, or something could be right here in Jabu.
That's a big chest. And nope.
For Ross Wind, okay. Useful if you have it early in this. Now? Useful to get back
that
up
would
to
have been great
Ganon's
to have in
power.
rain chest.
Yeah, it would have been useful.
I mean, it's not useless right now for Yuso, but it's not the best.
Well, what's this one then?
Another big chest. And nope.
Other wallet.
Wallet and Goron Tunic in there. Brilliant game.
This Jabu is loaded with crap.
No kidding.
Kevin getting... Ah, okay, Desert Skulls. Probably on the way to Haunted Wasteland. It's one of those checks. 29, yeah. Haunted Wasteland Skull is gonna be his 30. He's gonna be mad.
I'm gonna AFK for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Well, tentacle room for Yuso in the meantime. Nice fight here. Are we skipping bubble room? Are we checking the chests in here? This is very tense. It is still... I wouldn't say either runner is ahead. Well... Did that just drop a big chest? Oh my god. Light arrows in Haunted Wasteland. Okay. I think... that's in favor of Yuso, though. That is in Yuso's favor, because that is exactly one check. It's not gonna be a huge climb up Fire Temple or anything else. This will just be go to Ganon, drop Thoros Wind, because you now have that. Get the information that the light arrows are in Haunted Wasteland. And you're basically a Requiem away. It is YUSo's game to lose at this point. What a seed. It had everything. Oh, please, Kevin, please go to CAC and get your 30 skull reward. Looks like we're seeing some more checks in GTG first, though. Going for toilet. He has 30 skulls, he's pushing away getting the reward for them. Ha! Yeah, what Toffile says is true. 20 minutes ago we were down 3 items to go with 3 checks in logic, and all 3 were the ones that we needed. That is basically... that is how this seed went. Quite bottlenecky, I'm gonna call it that way. Here's Baronade for YUSo. So our 3 checks in logic, by the way, back then were Haunted Wasteland, for which ends up containing light arrows, King Zora, which had our hammer, and what was the third one again? The hint of 30 Skulltulas is on the Nocturne pad in Graveyard. Outside Shadow Temple. Oh, eyelets, that's mean. Toilet is an item, and toilet is a junk item. Couldn't have been anything else at this point, but yeah. And I think Kevin has decided to go and safe warp? Oh yeah, go to CAC. To get his 30 skull hint. And happy 3 hours, everyone. Yeah, Kevin probably wondering, like, imagine having to... Thanks once again to everyone who's making this restream possible. Thanks to our trackers, Baseball and Ginger Sonny. Thanks also to Baseball pulling double duty as a race monitor. Also, thank you to Star, my co-commentator, who's also pulling double duty as our restreamer today. And thanks to you, dear viewers, for being here and being awesome. Happy 3 hours. Yeah, Kevin did OGC. And also thanks to Cemetery for rolling this seed. Hope you feel better soon.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back. We found light arrows.
What were those?
Haunted Wasteland. Remember 20 minutes ago when we thought, oh, we have 3 checks in and 3 that we need. Guess what?
All 3 of them were required. Yippee!
Whee! Wahoo! Yeah, exactly that. Haunted Wasteland had our light arrows. King Zora had our hammer, and what was the 3rd check again?
Rang.
Rang in 30 skulls. That is, not great. Not quite hitting that second Lizalfos hard enough there.
Yeah. Yeah, as a side note, this is on a 20-minute delay, so Yuso has been done for some time in real time, and well, I won't. And Kevin is clearly not too far off, so please don't spoil.
Yeah. What we are seeing right now is Yuso Ganon's tower. Going to get a hint from Ganon on where those light arrows are. It's one single check, so he's just gonna Requiem, get those light arrows from Haunted Wasteland, and then very quickly for Rosewind back to Ganon's castle.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how all of our remaining items were, in fact, all of our handful of remaining checks are, in fact, left behind. I'm currently fighting a little bit with the runners in the race room. It's funny, too, how, like, some of the checks that they each left behind are also major items. Like, Yuso left behind never did actually end up doing Richard for that bomb bag. Kevin never actually did chickens or Dompe digging, and both of those had major items.
Oh, by the way, did you know that toilet was indeed an item?
Oh, was it? Fine.
It was. Kevin checked it for us just now. Funnily enough, Kevin is in go mode. Yuso, not yet. Yeah, Haunted Wasteland. There you go, there's your hint.
Okay, so yeah, miscounted GDG keys then, but yeah.
Yeah. Yuso's technically... Yuso's technically not in go mode until he has picked up those light arrows, but yeah, he knows where they are now.
I'm not concerned about it. It won't take that long. Yeah, he's really happy about wasting over fire or by castle.
Oh, very happy. There were plenty of opportunities for the seed to turn out horrible. If Ganon had said my castle and those light arrows were just sitting in light trial, then that would have been probably in favor of Kevin. One final reversed wasteland, though.
Yep, and then that'll be back to Ganon's, and Kevin's not too far behind, all things considered. Already on Big Octo here.
And there's the monument in the wasteland. We never did find out where arrows are.
Fire arrows, yeah, no, never did. And alright, that's that. Okay, yeah, I suppose Forest is the closest.
Forest or Shadow Temple, one of the two.
Requiem requires you to actually run over, which takes a bit. Yeah, fires are almost certainly against Castle because he saw everything else.
Pretty much, yeah. This is as close as you get to 100%.
Someone was asking earlier if we do 100% runs. Well, not in the traditional sense, but sometimes we 100% anyway, because we kind of 100% in this scene, alright?
Rando's gonna rando.
Yes, it will, and this was definitely random.
So, Yuso's in the Ganondorf fight. What else can I say? And Kevin, meanwhile, has made it to Baronade.
simultaneous boss fights. But yeah, this is unfortunately going to be the end of Kevin's run here in Season 5. Had a pretty good one, making it here 2 years in a row after winning Scrubs Group X since their Season 2, I believe it was. Not bad.
Not a bad run, no. Alright, so Yuso is going to run in the loser's bracket to face off against either Broten the Do or Ryuja.
Now I realize I never switched audio to Yuso, so I'm going to do that. Apologies, chat. And there we go. Yeah, these are some tough brackets this year. No easy opponents.
Yeah, talk about it.
And yeah, if and the winner of that gets the loser of Seize and G-Skate. Ouch. More tough opponents.
I don't think there are any easy opponents in this year's brackets. I think there are so many runners in this tournament who are incredibly talented and are incredibly fast OoTR players. There are no easy matchups.
No, there are not.
And folks, it is time to get your GGs in chat. For Yuso, YUSoEpic winning this race with a time of 3 hours, 9 minutes, and 25 seconds. GG's, Yuso.
GG.
And Kevin is going to go ahead and finish this race, it seems.
The ring is not that far off.
Yeah, it's just up Ganon's tower and then beating up Ganondorf in Ganon, so might as well. And there are the shield flicks. Yeah.
Yeah,
understandable.
Finish. I'd be mad when you're heading for Ganon and you're about to finish and you're like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, darn it.
Yeah, but you've already spent 3 hours on this, you might as well see it to the end. And now, wait a minute. Gonna tell you so Vince hasn't turned up in the VC yet. Hello,
Yeah.
GG's.
Hello, thank you.
GG's, congratulations.
Thanks.
So, 30 skulls.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, my biggest, I guess, questioning was if Kevin would keep getting skulls after 20 until he gets the hint. I don't know if he did.
He did.
Slowly did. So he got into Shadow maybe a minute, 45 seconds to a minute, something around that, ahead of you. He went in with, I think, 23 skulls. You went in with 20.
Yes.
But he skipped the triple pot, crusher, and bow skulls. So he only came out with 25, I think. No, one of the 24 came out with 26, because he skipped the triple pot, bow, and crusher skulls.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he didn't read the hint, which just... If he had read the hint, he would have been slightly ahead of you, because he had a couple more skulls on you at that time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew, like, I kind of know how Kevin plays from, like, I've played him a couple times. I've watched him play, and yeah, like it wouldn't have surprised me at all if he kept collecting skulls at that point. So
Yeah, and on that note too, shoutouts to your execution there in Shadow. Despite coming in about a minute behind and collecting more skulls, you were still like only about 10 seconds maybe behind beating Bongo.
Alright, we'll take
So
it.
you made
Thanks.
up at least a minute time in Shadow. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, Shadow's
Despite
probably my
doing-
best. Yeah, Shadow's probably my best dungeon, just execution wise. So
Yeah, it showed because you made up a lot of time in there, even though you were doing extra things. Which is really neat to see. It would have been really close between you two if it hadn't been for that. He ended up going deep fire.
Yeah,
Strength
okay.
3 and double magic were in there, and that.
Oh, all right.
So if Lightyear's were Strength 3 locked, that would have been good for him, but nope.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, I probably would have went back to fire first because like I hadn't found any items in fire at all. I mean, after Ganon's obviously, like I would have tried to find strength 3 in Ganon or lights in Ganon, and then I probably would have went back to fire. So
You already might have gone back to GTG because there were 1 or 2 items left.
Nah. I mean, there was still 6 in fire. I found no items at all.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. There were just keys at the start.
Yeah.
Alright, and Kevin's on door. Ganon now, gonna take him in for interview. Hey Kevin, GG's.
You're still muted.
Yep.
Yo, GG's, Yusa.
Yeah, GG's, Kevin.
Yeah, man, just forgot to read the hint. Honestly, like, I told myself right after I got into it that I need to read it afterwards. Should have read it beforehand. Just didn't. I don't know. It's not, like, honestly, like, I'm not even mad. That's just, like, really stupid on my part. I don't know. At one point I was just, like, laughing at how dumb this was. Seed was just, like, awful.
That was bad.
Literally,
Oh, yeah.
I had exactly 2 checks left, which were chickens and Dampe.
And they both have major items too. Like you guys each left behind a couple odds of those checks. Chickens and Dante having a slingshot and bomb bag, and then Richard having a bomb bag for you. So
Yeah, that was my
led you straight to the bow on Bombchu Building.
Yeah, I mean, I had already done Forest at this point, so. But yeah, it was the first bow. I mean, it was one of the first bow. I don't quite remember where the others were. But
bowling was one.
One is in GTG, yeah.
And GTG. The last GTG one was really good for you because bowling and well dead hand were both kind of working for you at that point. You so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I just kept getting bailed out throughout the whole seed.
Because he didn't and Richard, and you were worried about that bow placement, especially because there wasn't enough of a bomb bag on PG, which wasn't helping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, I asked Prez about this one. Do you guys want to know where the other 30 skulls hit went off to?
Where is it?
Backblade.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah, there weren't that many options left, so.
Yeah, not really. And GG's by the way there, Kevin. You finished up just now on Race Stream.
GG's.
3:15.28. Really close race. You guys were neck and neck there in Shadow. Kevin, you got in the door, I don't know, somewhere between 45 seconds to a minute ahead of Yuso. And he actually managed to make up most of the time, was maybe 10 or 15 seconds behind you coming out of Shadow, even though he did the extra skulls.
Yeah, my shadow was terrible. My shadow was absolutely awful.
But no, you guys are neck and neck, like, even just on the boat too, like, you guys are close, and you were 4 skulls ahead of Yuso going into Shadow. You're at 24 and he was at 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hint cost.
Yeah, it's tough because like if I just read that hint, then I can reset, right? Like I can like go to OGCs that time of day, and I still have all 5 cack skulls, so I can just go straight there and get boomerang. So that's tough. Because I would have gotten it like really fast. I think you probably didn't have like quite as many fast skulls. That's like a lot of
done the night skulls, yeah.
No,
He's
I
not doing all of DC again.
Yeah,
Those skulls.
my last skulls were all of them in DC and the one on the way in DMT.
Yeah, because your
Yeah.
time of day was useless. I was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I kind of, yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of got bailed out the whole seed. Like,
Very much the opposite.
yeah, I
I
mean,
gotta feel like I was just getting destroyed the entire time. Like,
Yeah, you're-
I don't
You're a
know.
little muffled, by the way, Kevin.
Huh?
You're a little muffled right there, by the way.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Yeah, go ahead. It seems to be a small bit better now.
Okay, good. Yeah.
okay.
I figured it was like a really good idea to. I wanted to put off bottom of the well because I thought it was like, with DC being hinted, it was just like far too likely to get either bombs or twos and be able to like do all of that and get to DMC to get what had to be ZL at that point, so that I could just like one trip bottom of the well. And that ended up like working out well. So like I was able to like efficiently do a lot of stuff. Like basically one trip to most things, but then ended up just having like exactly one check left everywhere. That like usually wouldn't matter, but at this point it's like, you know, when you have like 10 things in logic, you have to go back for exactly one thing. So like had to go back to Wasteland, which, you know, were lights. Then continued on to Toilet. Had to go back like just for Sling Target. I don't know. Just like a lot of stuff that was like fairly unfortunate. But at the end of the day, if I just like read the hint, then I'm fine. But I'm really like not even mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stuff. GG's, Yuso. Good luck in future matches for sure. You'll do well.
Thanks. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I want to say, but like I got kind of bailed out. I'm assuming you didn't find a 20 shoes pack, because
No.
that was stupid. It's kind of outrageous where it was.
Where was it?
In map chest and water. I was looking for shoes.
You know what sucks is that lower the water and raise the water again because I had 0 shoes.
Okay. Oh no.
At that point, you didn't have any. At that point, you didn't have any bombs yet, right, Yuso?
No. I had 2 shoes left, and that was it.
Yeah. You ninja dodged those bomb bags for a while.
Yeah, I mean, my first one was Phantom Ganon, so.
Oh, really? Yeah, I was pretty pissed when I saw that there. Because I thought Richard could be like pretty tough to route in. His Sun Zone was like very deep in the seed.
It was. I mean, my best moment to route it would have been after Dampe. Like, cause
Yeah.
I went back into the well, and I did Dampe. Cause after Spirit, the time of day is at noon. So I just went back Child, and I wanted to go back into the well because I didn't have that much left as adults. So, and there was a big chest in the well. So yeah, I used that time of day to be able to route Dampe, and then after the well, that was probably my best time to route Richard, but I just didn't think about it. I had like all of ice, all of ice domain. I even did the first check in Jabu.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did, let's see, finding Hammer, I had, what, like, 5 things in Logic, or maybe not even in Logic, but like 5 things that I could do. And getting, Boomerang, yeah, I had just, chickens and Dampe.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously, like, that all changes if I just read the code.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't do check-ins, but I did them because I thought you'd do them.
No,
but...
I even thought about it, and for some reason I just like didn't. I really can't even like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it just happens. Just like, because I thought about it as I was like using Dins to get into Shadow, and I'm like, at that point, it's not worth it. You can just be a dupe or something. But like right after, I should definitely be checking it. Right after you killed Longo, you go right there. And I thought about that in Shadow, just like, oh, I'll just get it after. Stuff. Because the thing is, Winter really changed things. I got most of the skulls, like most of the fast skulls in Shadow. So like, even if that were to be 30, I was gonna full clear Shadow in case of lights. And I would have just had at least 25 in order to reset to. So like checking it after, honestly, was like technically the better play because it doesn't save waste of 2 seconds. But I don't know. Actually, no. But yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Just forgot to check it. Played dumb, so it's fine.
It's unfortunate. Sometimes these kinds of brain farts happen, right?
Yeah.
You can never completely avoid it. In any case, Yuso, you're moving on to the winner of Brot in the Dose versus Ryuja. What do you make of your chances?
I mean, you never know. Like, it's rando, but we'll see. I don't want to talk too much about it. Like, I don't want to think about it too much. Like, I'll just see when I get there.
Fair enough. In that case, congratulations, Yuso, for moving on around in the lower bracket of this tournament. Commiserations to you, Kevin, for unfortunately reaching the end of the road here. For this time. I'm sorry.
Can you repeat that? Yeah, you did that.
Oh, sorry. It's fine. It's just I prepare for it. It's just curious, so honestly, I'm totally fine with it, and I'll be back next year.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Nice.
Look forward to seeing you next year then. Yeah, Kevin, planning on joining any other tournaments coming up soon? I know the Random Settings League is coming up. I think the regular league is coming up soon as well, among others.
I think I'm planning on playing League. Probably not RSL.
Alright,
Okay. I think that leaves us just about wrapped up here for this race. One last thing I really need to do is shout out these runners again for putting on an awesome show. Thank you so much, Yuso and Kevin, for racing as well as you did. That was incredible to watch. Thank you very much as well to everyone once more who made this pre-stream possible, which would be most of all our trackers, Baseball and Ginger Sonny. Baseball also pulling double duty as a race monitor today. And my co-commentator Star, who is also pulling double duty as the restreamer today. Thanks so much, everyone. And you, of course, dear audience, for being awesome and for being here.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for the restream.
Yep. GG's, guys. Good luck next round, Yuso, and we'll hope to see you again soon. Kevin, thanks to Tobias for being my co-com.
My pleasure.
Thanks so much for having us, for being able to restream this, and of course for putting on this tournament. Yeah, and GG's, so good luck in your next one.
Yes, thanks. GG's.
Alright, so yeah, let's see. Coming up ahead on the ZSR schedule, we've got another Season 5 race coming up soon.
In about 75 minutes, I think.
Yep, that'll be here on this channel, 4:20 Eastern, between Sora and Nobles. That'll be another Losers Round 2 match.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow we've got two restreams slated, a couple restreams, two slated for 2:20 Eastern, Ryuja versus Brotender Doze, and Arthur Houdini versus Alsuna, both losers. All three are actually Losers Round 2 matches. And then an hour, actually no, and then Tuesday, sorry, I can't read, we have another Losers Round 2 match between Skyward and Cola. Plus plenty more coming up throughout the week. That'll be it for us. We're going to go over and say hi to Stone Bad Luck. They're doing some OT 100% speedruns. I think, oh wait, no, I just noticed that they have they aren't reading chat. Maybe not. Let's go read instead. I apparently can't keep track. There is the thing. I just realized now looking at the chat. Let's, better idea. Let's go raid Diamond Flash instead. They're doing OT MST speedruns.
You got this. Star.
They are actually reading chat, I think. So let's go see how that's going for Diamond Flash and wish them luck. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you, everyone.
Bye.